Okay, good morning, happy Sunday, happy Grand Prix Sunday. We are in Hungary, in Budapest, where it is raining, actually, which, as Frank pointed out, has caused chaos on the grid. What we have a Mercedes 1-2 at the start, followed by Red Bull 3 and 4. Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez were going to start on soft tires, but the rain has thrown a monkey wrench onto that. They were going to be the only ones on the grid with soft tires, trying to catch Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas after Hamilton and Bottas put in some monster qualifying laps to put them into P1 and P2. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a drama-filled 2 weeks since Silverstone and the lap 1 incident that saw Verstappen and Hamilton with the contact that put Verstappen into the wall at 51 Gs. A lot of back and forth between the two teams since then, including a rather fiery press conference after qualifying yesterday, in which Verstappen insists that he has put it behind him and just wants to move forward. But here we are, getting started for this Hungarian Grand Prix in just a few minutes. The rain going to be consistent throughout the race and perhaps stronger at times. But the main concern coming into today was actually going to be the temperature. Fran, you have the Discord up and the watch party going. Throw that link in chat. This should be an interesting one. You're thinking you've been like concerned all week about this race.
Yeah, I have actually no idea what's necessarily going to happen. The temper's probably going to start flaring in this race. It's just going to be very interesting to see how aggressive the drivers really go at it. It's going to be very different in this one because it's going to be wet tires. So, as we said, that as you can see, the wet tires that they have on the cars is just going to be a very different start as to what Red Bull was kind of expecting to have as their advantage on the softs. But it should be interesting to be able to have both of the Mercedes up front. And let's see if Max can even get close to Lewis throughout this race to see if he can even get to make a move.
I updated the Drivers' Championship there. It is within 8 points from first and second, but Lewis Hamilton will start in first. And you have the Discord? We do have the Discord up, right?
Yeah.
All right. So that link will be in chat in a second, or it's in the description of the video. Discord there. Jump in there for the watch party. We got the formation lap going here. It should be, and so you can follow along the action live as we give you the thoughts that we're going as we essentially getting ready to go. Okay, the rest of the grid. Norris will start in fifth. Both Alpines actually in the top 10. Gasly and Ocon, right? Ocon and Alonso actually 8, 9. Gasly in fifth. Norris is actually in sixth. Leclerc in seventh. His Ferrari teammate Sainz put himself into the wall in Q2, so
Yep.
he'll start. Apparently there was a wind gust, and the wind gust
Yeah,
resulted
they say
into
it was
the.
a wind gust, but I don't think it was a wind gust.
I don't know. I don't know what it was. That's up to you. You know what? You can make your own determination on whether it was actually a wind gust. Um,
But it still makes it more interesting. So yeah, that's fine.
it does make it more interesting. Let me move my notes over here. Okay. And we were expecting track temperatures up to 60 degrees centigrade. But that's not going to happen because it's raining. So the tire battle was going to be rather interesting because, as we said, you only had Verstappen and Perez on soft tires while everybody else was on mediums. But now everybody's on the slicks. So that's been thrown out the window. The interesting piece about that would have been, of course, you have usually more pace with the soft tires, right? So you would have had Verstappen starting directly behind Hamilton in P3, and we would have seen who would have see if they could have caught him by the end of the long straightaway into turn one. And of course, Bottas would have to play some defense. We'll see if he does.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be just an interesting way. I think it's just going to be, in general, pretty much an interesting start, just because this is probably the first race we've actually seen them all start on wets this season. Am I wrong?
I'm trying to think. I don't
I
think
feel like
we've
we've
had
had rain
one.
No, it was the one. It was in Italy where Russell and Vettel, or where Russell and Bottas hit each other. That was raining that
So,
day.
yeah,
Or it
speaking
was
of
wet, sort of
Russell,
wet.
Mr. Saturday unfortunately
Yeah,
did not show
have
up.
a. Yeah, did not have a Saturday.
He will start down what, 7th in 16th? It's not good. Anyway, make sure to jump into Discord if you want to get the live watch party here. Apparently, Antonio Giovinazzi is into the pit lane.
Yeah, he's switching tires. He wants the full wet tires on. He's already so far behind that it doesn't necessarily matter. And then here we go.
All right, well, there you go. As the formation lap, a safety car is about to go off. Again, jump into Discord for the watch party there. And we have lights out in Hungary here as the Hungarian Grand Prix is off. And that's a very slow start by Bottas!
No! Oh my god!
And Perez is on like a cannon. So is Lando Norris. Verstappen trying to follow down. Oh, Bottas contact! Contact between Perez and Verstappen too! Oh, it's a disaster! Ricardo is also off. Hamilton is clear and free.
Yeah,
massive contact.
Hamilton's just absolutely clear and free. I think both of the Red Bulls have.
We have a wing.
Well.
We have a wing on the track. There's something has left from one of the cars. That is quite the start. Yellow flag in sector 1. Holy cow.
Pretty much exactly the start that Lewis Hamilton was needing, basically giving him space and everybody behind him running into each other, which is exactly what happened. Bottas, I think, lost traction, literally went into both of the Red Bulls and hit both of their cars. So you can see Verstappen's cars heavily damaged. I don't know if he's going to even be able to finish the race.
I can't tell if it's
Bottas
Perez or Verstappen who's... Oh, no, that's Verstappen back there. Bottas is completely
off.
Ferrari
is, yeah, the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc is as well completely off the track. He's going to not finish the race either. So,
oh my goodness, what a disaster. Yeah, Leclerc's Ferrari. There's the wing. That was the wing that was on the track.
So I'm pretty sure Bottas just locks up and then barrels.
Well, I couldn't tell. Did Bottas intentionally not get off the race? like
he runs into McLaren and then he literally takes out both of the Red Bulls on his own.
He runs into Norris.
Yeah,
he runs into the back of Norris, and then Norris goes into Verstappen, and then Bottas goes into Perez, and Norris ends up backwards. Jump into Discord to catch the live feed here, because this is insane. Oh, he just totally blows Norris's car up from behind. That is awful. Why would you? What? This is awful racing by Bottas right here. He literally rear ends Norris.
Yeah, but he gets a lockup on the car, so
my god,
he's not really able to do anything almost.
Well, and Mercedes strikes again. So
yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of Mercedes, I guess you're happy. This is exactly sort of what you wanted for the championship. Get rid of both Red Bulls and have Lewis at the front.
Yep, and if you're Red Bull, you're pointing at Mercedes for another incident in 2 races that has cost your team.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow, we have now a grid that is completely effed. I don't know what else to put it. It's like there's debris all over the place.
Yeah, and Verstappen has actually really bad damage on the car.
Side panel just came off as he exited the pit lane.
So
Perez is literally out of his car.
It doesn't even look that wet, to be honest with you.
The race is still going, by the way. This isn't a red flag, which is bizarre to me.
Which is weird. It totally should be.
It totally should be. You have Perez's Red Bull car that's like half on the track and half not. It has to
be red flagged for safety purposes. You can't just have people in cars on the track. I know they're only going at yellow flag speed, but 80 miles an hour if you spin out.
There it is. There's the red flag. There's the red flag.
So they've lost the barge board on the right-hand side of Max's car.
The what?
The barge board, which is arrow. It's for down
the whole thing. That's great. Verstappen, yeah, saying asking if really the whole thing has come off, and yes, everything has come off.
Well, I guess
Well,
Valtteri is the Mercedes sacrificial lamb today
yeah, well,
for the championship. So that should be a quite fascinating. I mean, it just kind of changes the whole thing. Also,
yeah, well,
I
since it's
don't
a
know if
red
the live,
flag,
I
they're
don't know if
gonna.
the live, the map is ever updated.
Oh, the map. Well, there is nothing going on right now. They're all in the pit lane. So
Now, during the red flag session, though, they can touch the car, can't they?
yes, yes. So they're gonna have to repair here.
You can repair as much as you
They're gonna
necessarily
try to
need
do
to
as many.
repair.
So it's the
As long
right
as the car
side.
gets back to the pit, you're kind of fine.
I want to take a look at the right side of the Red Bull of Verstappen's car because all we have is the shot
Oh,
from
it
the
is
left
destroyed.
because it's the
Actually,
right side that has the damage.
there's no way that I mean, he's going to be able to still race, but it is not.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that is duct tape time.
That is.
Good lord. Can they actually take that side off? They
Yes, they're
might. Yeah.
allowed to
You
actually
see where
take
they
the
like
entire
that
thing off, but
connects?
it's a lot of. They said it's a lot of work, and they may not have enough time. But honestly, if I'm them,
I would just try it.
I would do it because you literally still have three of the cars on the track, and those cars have to literally be lifted off of the track,
Yeah.
which we know typically takes like
This is
5
probably at
minutes a
least
car.
30 to
Yeah,
30
it's at least a
minutes.
30-minute
Yeah.
delay.
So we're gonna have to come up with some filler here. So
Yeah,
well,
30
thanks
minutes of
everybody for joining
content.
us.
Well,
That was
here we're gonna see the race.
a
Here we're gonna see the
cracker,
race restart.
a cracker of a first of a start. Uh, I don't know. It just looks like Bottas is so slow off the line. Verstappen comes out. He gets behind Perez, and Norris just beats Bottas, and Bottas is now like just.
Yeah,
I mean, the
I
Ferrari
just
also the
don't.
Stroll into the Ferrari into the McLaren.
I just don't really understand what Bottas is like. Uh, he had such a bad start off the line, and he's still trying. I don't know. I mean, Lando's not at fault for passing him and
No,
like getting
no.
in front of him.
I mean, dude, Lando gets rear-ended, man. Like, what are you
Yeah,
gonna do?
there's
Like,
really nothing wrong with what he did there.
I mean, it's like if you're out in your car and you get rear-ended, it's never your fault. Like, that's like not a thing. So does he lock up here? Oh, this is Perez. All right, this is the view from Perez.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, well, what is Paris supposed to do too? I
Well,
mean,
he
what
gets
is any of this?
Oh lord, he gets sideswiped there.
None of these people are able to do anything.
Yeah, safety car. Yeah, no kidding. Oh my lord. Yeah, he does lock up. Those wheels definitely lock.
Yeah, what? I just don't really understand what his goal was.
Like, what are you doing?
And then this is Max's view, and then Norris just comes out of nowhere and just smacks him.
Oh man.
Max, what has happened there? And Horner just says, "I think a McLaren hit you."
I think a McLaren hit you. Jump into the
Oh my
Discord link
God,
is in the
Lance
chat.
Stroll absolutely destroyed Leclerc. I didn't even see this
Yeah,
one
yeah, yeah.
either.
That's the second incident. That's the second one.
Oh my God.
Oh, he like actually mounts him.
Yeah, like literally almost goes into him
Like
as a driver.
drives into him. Yes, from the ground.
It's unbelievable. Like if there's a picture Mercedes and Toto Wolff ever wanted, it was like right there.
Oh,
It was like a picture of both of the Red Bulls getting hit off the track.
I actually think Verstappen's damage looks worse than Perez's, although Perez's car is dead,
Well, Perez's is unrepairable.
which I don't quite understand
Well, because
because.
his tire, his wheel.
Oh, okay. Oh my God! You see the Leclerc one where Bottas is just going sideways? Holy
Yeah.
moly!
Oh my God. Leclerc's radio is a whole host of nice words.
Oh my!
But also at the same time, like I do feel bad for these drivers. They're just like they're literally not doing anything and they get absolutely destroyed.
Oh, Norris almost gets sideswiped in the pit lane. Oh wait, no, that was earlier. Look at how he slides out of the pit lane.
Yeah, he has absolutely no traction. Yeah, they probably all look at the replay and just like go like, what an idiot.
Oh my God!
But here's the damage on his car. Yeah, it's similar. It's in the back wing. It literally looks like a shark took a bite out of the back of the car, which is actually pretty funny.
Oh, Shark Week is over, by the way. But
Yeah, but you know.
but it actually does. Look at that. It's like a surfboard.
Yeah, it
dude.
literally
Like,
looks like a shark bite.
it does.
And now they're literally working on the car to literally repair the entire thing.
We have to. They
I
have to
think
redo
Max
everything.
should get his hands in there.
Max should get his hands in there.
Get involved.
Goodness. All right, so
Wow, they're
two
literally
drama
like
film.
that guy's got like a legit like hot glue gun.
I told you, man. It's time to bring out the duct tape,
Or resin.
epoxy, maybe.
Oh, one of the cooling system parts of the car was punctured, so they're patching it up,
Oh well.
which is actually extremely important.
Yes.
Like
Although not as important as it would have been as if it was actually 60 degrees centigrade
yeah, exactly.
on the track. So
Where's Pierre? That was my question because he started in fourth. He had a really good
all right.
position. He had
So
great
the actual
qualifying and everything, and
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
where he ended up in all of this mess.
the way that this played out,
Ocon ends up in second.
Ocon in second, Vettel in
But Vettel's
third.
car, I think, is hit.
Sainz, who put himself into a wall earlier, now
Has
ends up in
ended
a great spot.
It ended up better if you started at the end of the race.
Yeah,
to
it
be
did.
honest with you.
It did because Sonoda is there too, and he crashed in P1 in Q1.
Yeah, Russell's up to eighth. Raikkonen, yeah, I mean,
Latifi in sixth. Alonso, yeah. Russell, as he's been in eighth, finally has some points to his name.
I mean, to
if
be
he can close
completely
the
honest
deal.
with you, the only way that the only possible way that Hamilton really loses, I mean, Hamilton loses if he spins out on his own. Like,
Well,
there's no
he
cars on the
could.
grid that can really catch him.
Yeah, unless Ocon spins out into him. Oh, there's the Mercedes. That
Oh,
is
you're actually right. It is a full restart.
it's a full
again, right?
restart. You got to
So
start
they
from
can-
stationary.
So somebody could hypothetically repeat the same
Yeah.
exact thing that happened.
Exactly. We could have another mess down into turn one here.
But it's just so funny when they crash in the rain like this because it's so slow motion. It just looks like they're not moving.
It really was like a slow motion train wreck.
It's like a slow motion. It's like a slow motion wreck. It's just like a very fun. You like when you see Bottas's car like slowly coming, you're just like, oh my god, it's gonna actually hit. It's gonna hit, and then it hits. It's just pretty funny. And then if you guys are following along on YouTube, I dropped in the Discord link if you want to see live pictures and everything like that, so you can come hang out and join us on Discord. And then if you're also enjoying the content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Have to throw in that own plug. And then Ocon here talking to oh no, that's Latifi, sorry.
Yeah, they're
Probably in the highest position
replacing
he's ever been in. Yep, up 12.
replacing front wings on all the cars here. And so the other piece we were going to mention, so right, we raced in Silverstone 2 weeks ago. We're here in Hungary. There's going to be a 3-week break
Yes.
after this race, and all the teams are working overtime right now because I'm not sure what's like how much, tell me you're a European sport without telling me you're a European sport.
Yeah,
And
by
you just be like,
taking a two
yeah,
week.
taking we're just not going to race for 3 weeks in August. Like, that's it. That's the meme, right? And
Wow, look at that. I think that's so cool. They actually have like the computers and the programming brought out to the car and having umbrellas over the computer.
oh, yeah. The fancy Dell
That's
laptops.
hilarious.
Race to resume in approximately 15 minutes. Apparently, what they were saying, the
Oh, that
suspension
McLaren
fix
is.
that should have taken 40 was done in 20. So if you really want to get work done in the car, you can.
So now all the pit crews know they have 15 minutes.
Lando is out.
Yeah,
Lando is out. Oh, that is huge news here.
I'm
Lando's
assuming
car
it went.
is being retired.
They took the bottom off the car and they looked at the. Yeah,
I don't suppose they can just put him in Ricardo's car.
no.
Yeah,
I don't think he'd want to drive Ricardo's car either,
it's slower.
because it's probably slower.
It's the slower of the two.
It's definitely slower of the two. Even though I know they don't do that, and all the cars are technically supposed to be the same, but they do have different engineers for each cars and race mechanics. So
Yeah, well. All right,
some are
so
better
that
than
drops
others.
Norris out of the race, third in the points. Although fourth in the points was Bottas, and he's out too, so that's not going to matter. And fifth in the points was Perez, so he is also out, and that just leaves Hamilton and Verstappen at the top. All right, so basically, of the top five, three are gone, and it just leaves the two contending for the championship. Lewis Hamilton, the only one driving a car that hasn't been touched for starting up at the top. I thought you could have thought Verstappen was actually going to get out of this.
I thought he almost was going to
I
get
thought he
out of there,
almost was able to get free out of this too.
but I just don't think he was able to. It seems like the car was able to still be able to go. So that is a, and here we're going to
So
basically
that's a
see it again.
lockup.
I mean, he just locks up, goes straight into the back of the McLaren, and
And essentially
that's
propels the
it.
McLaren into the Red Bull. Although, because Verstappen probably would have been okay
Yeah, he was
otherwise.
totally fine. I mean, he had his own racing line and everything. He was totally good.
Yeah. See, I'm curious if the ones that went outside made it okay.
Yeah, the ones in the back I feel like are probably okay.
All right, so there's the first one. This is the replay of the start. Yep.
That's the person I've been.
Oh, hi.
Oh, Gasly does make it out of there. Sort of.
Well, if you had gone up, if you had taken a high line, you would have gotten wrecked by the Aston Martin. So that was a bad decision too. Oh yeah, that is a terrible getaway.
Yeah, 100%. Norris's start's actually incredible.
Yeah, Norris's start is really good, so he puts himself basically into third, from sixth to third,
And then just gets.
and then gets wrecked. Literally, literally wrecked.
Like literally, yeah, just literally gets rammed into. And yeah, the Charles one is just kind of sad because he just gets absolutely
Oh,
destroyed by Stroll.
I
I
am
mean,
not
it's not
sure what
funny, but
Stroll
he
was
just.
doing.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't understand what Stroll was trying to do because there was no space on the track to be able to, like, when they
Well,
show
I
that
was.
replay, there was literally no space on the track for him to like go between
I'm looking at this and I'm like, is he
Charles
trying?
and.
Is he trying to drive on the grass? Like, and here's the Norris start. Yeah, he's free and clear. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that was actually kind of weird. Was the did they hit each other again or did they just spin off?
They spun off.
Okay. So they're looking at the. This is kind of funny.
Did he
You
say
get
the
to look at.
sun? Whether
Oh, look, they use Google Chrome.
Oh, there you
Nice plug-in for Google right there.
go. Oh, so it looks like the rain might actually stop.
Right. And this is going to be interesting if they can actually repair Max's car back to full functionality.
Although he is starting down in
13th.
13th.
So, not the greatest place in the world to stop. But it does look like it is not rate. Well, no, everybody seems to be taking their ponchos and rain jackets off. So,
Yeah, yeah, it looks like the sun has come out. Swap them onto softs and let them go. Because it's not going to be hot. It's going to be cool.
yeah, but the track is still going to be wet.
The track is going to be wet. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you still can't really do much or change much.
Well, although after a few laps, the racing line is
Then yeah,
probably
you
going to
start
be.
getting the racing line. So then probably like halfway through the lap, they or halfway through the race, they may just be like, "Hey, you need to swap the tires to actual not wet tires and then run on the race lines."
Yeah. Williams team talking to their young driver there. Finds himself in the top 10 and in the points finally after the incident here. Actually, quite a bizarre top 10 at the moment, except for Hamilton.
Yeah, top 10 that's typically from 10 to 20.
Right. Well,
But
this
the
we
track temp is still 8 is 30 still 32 degrees Celsius, which I
the
feel like
track
is
temp is
too
still 30.
yeah, which I still feel is like too hot.
I do feel like that is kind of hot.
Especially if it's raining. That still feels weird.
5.5 kilometers per hour is not too for not a lot of wind. That's like three. That's like 2 or 3 miles an hour. That's like nothing.
It looks like it's fixed.
The Red Bull. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
fixed.
I
In
mean, it looks
quotes.
better than it was before.
Yes, it does. There's some tape there. Yeah. Yeah, they're saying like where does Verstappen end up in the race? I mean, as long as the engine is the gearbox and everything looks intact, and he can probably still outrun people.
Yeah, this is just pretty interesting. They've never been like so close up in a car before.
Yeah, so one of the interesting things there that you can see in the back, I was watching yesterday about how they open so that rear where the Coke can pipe is, the rear section actually has variable sizes that they change depending on the conditions. So when it's warmer out, the rear exit is actually taller to allow for additional cooling flow.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Versus when it's cooler out, the rear section, the rear opening is actually smaller to allow for more aero. Quite
Ah, that
fun.
is actually interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, I do think you have different commentary than I'm listening to.
I have Sky, so which
Oh
is
yeah, you're watching on Sky.
yeah, yeah. Which so it probably is a little different than what you've got.
And this is yeah, Yuki's kind of found himself in a pretty decent spot, not gonna lie. I mean, most of these people have actually sort of found themselves in decent spots.
Yeah, whether or not they can hang on to them. I mean, Verstappen's going to have to come back all the way from 13.
I'm gonna grab a little more coffee
Oh, there you go.
before this thing starts, but I still can talk.
Ah, final couple of replays here before we get going. It should just be about another 5 minutes. Jump into the Discord there for the watch party because everything is up in the air at this point.
Hey,
And
don't forget to hop in the Discord, sub if you're enjoying it. But we're gonna be started here pretty shortly. Again, hopefully.
should be, which we might stop again.
Which will probably stop again.
Yeah.
I think today we're gonna be stopping and starting pretty much every single time. 100%. It's just kind of it's kind of the type of race that it is.
Although the sun has come out though, so that might actually kind of make things a little better, a little less hectic.
So we start down to a grid of just 16. Yuki looks poised and ready.
Lando looks
Not
this,
happy.
This interview with Lando is a little.
Oh, you have an interview with Lando?
I have an interview with Lando.
Rip, I don't. RIP YouTube TV.
Lando's saying that like he might get a penalty. Why? What? That would be.
He might get a penalty?
Like that would be the worst decision ever.
Oh no, he might get the penalty because of the pit in the pit. It was a problem with when he was in the pit, not
What was the problem with him in the pit?
well, he almost hit Giovinazzi.
Oh, that one? Oh, come on.
But I'm trying to fix something on the. I want to see if it actually works on YouTube. If I can just share the whole screen and then they just don't have sound. They don't have sound. Because I need to. It's so much harder to listen to this without the regular commentators. Let me check now. Nope, it's even blacked out. That's crazy. They blacked it out and everything.
Making our lives a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, this is really annoying.
All right, well, nothing's moving on the right side of the screen on there because nobody has left the pit yet. 1 minute 30 seconds, or 90 seconds rather, to restart, to get everybody back out onto the track, then another formation lap, and then we will have a standing start.
Oh.
Yeah, Ricardo's car also severely damaged. He got hit, and he was caught as part of the Lance Stroll Charles Leclerc piece of the incident. I really want to hear the Red Bull side of things.
Yeah, I'm curious to see sort of what's happening with the actual Red Bull and see what's going on because I wonder how much of the
Just waiting on the restart here. Make sure to jump into Discord to grab the live feed there. You can join the watch party. And then we have about 10 seconds. Drivers are in their cars. I mean, yeah, Verstappen's car has been repaired, but that right side is still not not optimal. It's about as optimal as it'll get. Hamilton, the only one really to escape cleanly, although I suppose the folks that were in the back have also escaped. An opportunity here for some of the some of the drivers that don't always get as much time at the top. Ocon in second, Vettel in third, Sainz, Tsunoda, Latifi, Alonso, Russell, Raikkonen, and Schumacher round up your top 10. With Norris, Perez, Stroll, Leclerc, and Bottas all out of the race at the moment. And it looks like the rain has stopped for the time being, track drying up just a little bit here on the asphalt.
Yeah, you can start to actually see the different lines, like completely. It's actually kind of insane how much it's dried up, and you can actually start seeing the different racing lines. 100%, this is the moment where you were like, I wish the race was just delayed like 20 minutes, and you had a completely dry start to the entire race.
Yeah, we will have a standing start according to race control, and I would expect to see an early pit from Red Bull here to switch off of the slick tires and onto something a little bit more normal.
I'm wondering if everybody's just going to immediately swap off of the tires now.
That would make things very interesting, especially because, let's see, if you can make up any time on the first few laps, you may be able to see if Verstappen might be able to beat Hamilton out of the pits, although Verstappen's car probably doesn't have the speed anymore.
Yeah, everybody's probably going to pit at this point, is basically what Russell is saying.
Yep. Oh, we're going to get a standing start from the pits.
But this is going to be interesting because there's some parts of this track that look like they're dry, but they're not fully on some of these turns. Ocon's going to go in.
This is fascinating.
I mean, I guess if you're Ocon, you're not going to probably beat him off the line, right? And then Verstappen's going to come in as well. Everybody's going to come in. Hamilton's going to be the only one that's going to stay on this. Wait, that's weird.
So, yeah, Hamilton the only one to actually start the race. So, yeah, this is what we were saying. Basically, are you going to catch somebody on the actual tires? This is wild.
This is crazy.
What? All right, so Hamilton is just going to start by himself, but he's going to have to pit.
Yeah, but he's still going to have to pit too, and then all of these people still have all the advantages.
Right, so how much time, this is what I was asking, how much time can you make up? Because you're going to have to pit for 20-something seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
25 to 30 seconds.
You're still running on rain tires, so your lap time is absolutely ruined.
That was my point that I couldn't quite articulate. But now we are here.
But right now, if Hamilton's pitting, he's got a 5-second
He's going to be last.
He's going to end up in last.
Exactly. That is exactly what I was asking.
Did they just have a massive oversight? I'm confused.
At what point?
Why would you not spend the time in the?
Yes, that was the point. If you don't pit, right? If you don't go and pit, how much distance can you make up on everybody else? And is that enough for you to cycle back into first?
Oh no,
the answer
George.
What did George just do?
Something's wrong. What's wrong with the car?
Oh no, George is off? His tires look okay.
Yeah, what happened there with him?
I don't know.
So then Hamilton goes into the pit here. He's going to have a really good stop of a 2.2 second pit.
Yeah, but it's at least a 25.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's got the entire Grand Prix to be able to make it up, though.
He does, but he's in last. Toga Razor asking, "What the heck is going on?"
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Toga. I have never seen anything like this in my entire life. This is the craziest thing ever. But we're right? Like. That was a complete Mercedes mistake.
I think it was a Mercedes
mistake. There's no way that was calculated.
And now it's 18 seconds. Sense. But to your point, he's got the entire Grand Prix to make it up. He's got 65 laps. on a dry track.
Yeah, and
Am
he
I
hears the
last?
radio. He goes, "I'm last." Like, yeah, you're last. I
Yes.
mean, that's so now it's a race. Can Hamilton catch the entire field?
Can Hamilton catch the entire field?
And at a certain point, he's going to get involved with Verstappen too. He's got to pass
He has
Verstappen,
to pass
which
Verstappen.
Verstappen also is not in the greatest car. But that is going to be a very interesting moment seeing them go side by side. My God, dude, Verstappen literally doesn't have like the full right front of his car.
I told you, you're like, they patched it up. I'm like, they kind of patched it up.
They like kind of removed it.
Toka, the Discord is for the watch party for our subs. So if you're sub, you can jump into Discord and sort of watch
Yeah,
along
the idea
there.
is hopefully the number of subs equals the amount of people watching sometimes, but you know, we
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
It's hard to enforce that.
All right. But let's see. Verstappen's in 13th. He's about 4 seconds ahead of Lewis Hamilton here.
This would. Oh, Mazepin hit.
Mazepin
Oh my
hit
God.
him? Hit
In
Russell?
the pit.
Oh. Wait, those are teammates.
Wait.
Oh, Lord.
Wait. Who said? I'm confused. Who's? Yeah, that's
They're
not Mazepin's
teammates,
fault.
aren't
No,
they?
no,
No.
that was the Romeo.
Oh,
You're
the
not
Alpha.
supposed to really. Here's Hamilton. Oh, Hamilton's telling everybody to do their job.
Yeah, because they're saying Verstappen still has damage. Verstappen has made up 2 positions so far, but I mean, at this point, if you're Verstappen and Hamilton is behind you, you may as well just
You don't
sit
want
on
him
him.
to finish the race.
You don't want him to finish the race, like
Honestly, I'm being serious.
you might just like
You might as well take a 10-second penalty and make him not finish the race.
yeah. You know,
There's no reason.
if
There's
you
no
go
reason
into
to
a
make him.
turn with some hard braking,
And you
maybe,
accidentally hit him, and
or
then
he
you-
accidentally
yeah.
hits you, and like
Or
something
it's like, yeah, you're
happens.
side by side, and you slightly spin, and then he goes. You know, I mean,
anything could happen, right?
it's completely like if you're looking at it in the perspective of the championship. Like, I'm not saying you should do it. It's very unsporting, but I mean, if it happens, it happens.
If
right?
it happens, it happens.
Just like it happened in Silverstone. Hey, it may happen in Hungary too. We just
Yeah,
accidentally
yeah.
slipped. It was an aggressive racing move. I took a 10-second penalty, but you got no points and I got no points. So let's go to the next race.
Right. let's go on holiday for 3 weeks
And let's let Ocon and Vettel enjoy their podiums.
Yeah.
And let's just skip out on the race, right? I mean, it's not a bad. He's not wrong because I just don't think Max is the pace. I don't think his car can literally go. Like, I know the Red Bull's fast, but I don't think the Red Bull literally can like outpace other cars when the car's not actually put together.
I mean, they still have speed though, so I guess
No,
we
they
have to
still
think
do, but
exactly
this is
how
also
much
one of the,
they're
This is
missing.
also one of the harder tracks to really pass all the time on.
It
So
is
makes it
known
pretty-
for being a lower speed track, but
So I know it's only the 8th lap. But let's start looking at Hamilton having to get through the field, right?
okay,
He's
got
about
18.6 seconds.
He's within DRS of Giovinazzi here.
There's only one DRS, by the way. It's the first straightaway.
It's this one.
Yeah, it's the start finish kind of.
Yeah, it's
straight.
It's kind of a weirdly shaped track,
It is.
right? It's like
so the way
loops in and then
it's
loops in.
displayed on the
Here's Hamilton
screen
again, though.
is actually like 90 degrees off. Like I should if I could rotate this image, I would, but I can't. Because the start finish is actually like on the bottom, like on the
bottom
south
part of the
on
lap,
the south
yeah.
side of the track, right? I don't know. Maybe I can actually rotate this. Let me try transform.
I'm sure you should be able to.
Oh, 90 degrees counterclockwise? Nope.
I
Okay,
refreshed the wrong thing.
that's gonna be terrible. Actually, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, don't rotate it. It's fine. No, I'm just saying on the mat or even on the race, it just looks kind of different. Also, thank you. It looks like a baby chicken. I could actually kind of see that.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
nice one, Valentin. Also, thank you for the sub. I don't know who it was, but it definitely went up by one, so appreciate that.
yes, thank you very much. And thank you everybody for tuning in on this rather hectic Sunday.
Yeah,
Trust me,
crazy Sunday.
when I woke up today, I thought we were going to have one heck of a race because we knew all the overtones between the Verstappen and Hamilton. But the lap one antics have yet again been
Oh my God,
spectacular.
Giovinazzi holding Hamilton off.
He is actually. Hamilton has lost time to the leaders.
I mean, if you're Giovinazzi and all the other guys, you're like, I mean, I'm not letting you by. Are you
No, I'm not
crazy?
letting you by either.
Yeah,
Or go, like,
no
you got to
shot.
earn it.
You got to race me. Yeah, like let me go.
And Giovinazzi has held him off for the better part of
Yeah,
this
and he's
lap,
he
to
actually
his
did a
credit.
really Giovinazzi actually did a really good job on the first part of that lap. He covered him really well.
And he's
It was
actually
really
extending.
impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the craziest. I mean, it sounds so bad when we say this, but like Giovinazzi and these other guys, like they're so. I mean, they're incredible racing drivers. Like when they're in these positions, like they know. It's we sound surprised sometimes when it's like, oh, he held off Hamilton. We really only say that because of the car difference, not the driver difference. Like all these guys like know what they're doing.
Yeah. Italian Jesus to Ferrari confirmed. Well, Ferrari, Leclerc are going to need some divine intervention because he's off the
I
track.
can't. I can't. I couldn't really understand what Russell was saying, but he was saying something's wrong with his car, and he said, if you need to compromise my race for Mazepin, do it. And then Hamilton will eventually make the. Oh my God, that was so close.
He tries to. Hamilton
The
tries
Alfa
to go on
Romeo
the
almost
inside,
became a Red Bull car there.
and Hamilton tries to pass, and yes, he does. Hamilton does get it away.
It's just so hard to pass people on this track.
Whew.
I know the commentators like the Haas is holding up a Red Bull, but he's holding up 3/4 of a Red Bull. I haven't heard or seen anything about Gasly this entire time. Is his car okay?
Pierre, I'm trying to look.
Because he started
Is
in
it in
fifth,
12th? I don't
and
know.
like he did really well in qualifying. Was doing fantastic. He had great pictures of him vacationing Lake Como during the break.
Oh, very nice lake, by the way.
Yeah, fantastic lake. He has a great yacht.
Is the yacht on the lake?
Yes, yeah, the
Oh.
yacht's on the lake. Italian dude somehow the 100 meter the final. Yeah, I actually saw that. No, it was I think that was swimming Toka's talking about in chat. And then it's gonna be a stop and go penalty for Kimmy for
Giovinazzi.
the for or
For
wait,
Giovinazzi.
no, it's Kimmy. Kimmy's 99.
Oh, okay.
Um
Then the broadcast was wrong.
yeah, I think the broadcast was wrong. For the early release there. And then here's gonna be Hamilton. That's why I was asking if Pierre's car is actually okay, because it's not gonna be easy to pass him. His car is actually very quick. He ended up fourth or fifth in qualifying.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he
He
was doing
started.
fantastic.
He started fifth. He started fifth.
Yeah, so I mean, if his car is totally fine, it's not going to be easy to pass him.
Yeah, that's an interesting one because should Hamilton pass Gasly, Verstappen is next. Verstappen hasn't really made up that many positions from 13 to 11, but he hasn't been able to pass Schumacher here. And the gap is less than a second. But Verstappen's time's 125.8. And Hamilton is putting 124.9, so he's about a second faster. Ocon up front is putting in 123.9, so he's actually looking pretty good. That's kind of the race pace at the moment for the cars up in front, is around 124 flat.
Yeah, I mean, Vettel and Ocon are just on their own, like completely. What's the gap from Hamilton? Because the intervals change. What's the gap Hamilton to the front?
Hamilton to the front is 24 seconds, so he's losing time.
Yeah, he's
right now.
losing time because the ones in front are just.
They're flying.
Latifi's basically holding off everybody else.
Yeah,
and then the front two, Ocon and Vettel, are just going.
Right. So it's Hamilton's lap time is 2 seconds slower. Actually, sorry, no, it's not. It's 1.2 seconds slower per lap than the leaders at the moment. So,
Toka, you were talking about the sprinting, like actual track athletes. Yeah, I didn't know they started that. Sorry.
They did actually. Second week of Olympics.
Technically,
I think it started yesterday.
Hamilton says on the radio, "This is ridiculous." Well, I mean, how do you think Verstappen felt last week, buddy?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to tell you. It was everybody made the right move. Like it was so obvious.
Yeah, Mercedes just had a total lapse.
Yeah, like complete brain fart that never seen before. Also,
Um,
did something happen to Giovinazzi, or did he pit?
he had the pit. He has to take the 10-second stop and go penalty.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So these medium tires should last. I think it's around 20 laps on this track, right?
Sounds
Here
like
Hamilton radio again.
20 laps, 80 miles. I would guess a little bit more.
He says there's no grip out here.
Well, I mean, the track is drying, and
Yeah,
so
I mean, do you want to go on the does he want to go on the rain tires? It wasn't
yeah.
working.
He's actually not that far back from Verstappen. Actually, he's about 1.5 seconds behind Verstappen.
Yeah.
But the leaders
Oh
just
my
keep
God,
putting.
Gasly and him are really close.
They are. Verstappen just doesn't have pace.
Yeah, he just doesn't have. He can't get past the car. Toka says it's all part of the great Mercedes master plan. Hey, the great Mercedes master plan is in full effect these last 2 weeks.
Yeah, for real though.
Also, really nice views. If you have a house there, it must be a nice overlook at the track. And then Valentine Ham is complaining on the radio. Yeah, I mean, also if I was him, I'd probably be not very happy with my crew. I mean, like.
Yeah, I guess Verstappen just really can't push the car because he's not making.
I think he's too worried that if he pushes it, he's gonna lose it.
I mean, he can't even get into the top 10 right now.
No.
I mean, maybe he will like on a
then
pit
again,
cycle
though,
or something.
this is like
but,
the hardest. This is still one of the hardest tracks to actually pass on. There's really only one passing opportunity. It's at the beginning, or once you have the DRS enabled at the start. After that, when the other person has the line, like we saw with Gasly, like they're just gonna take the line and go.
Is a little bit of follow the leader, really hard. Some hard braking around here. I think Verstappen is looking to make a move because he knows that Hamilton.
Nope.
Yeah,
Oh,
he has the DRS. Actually, they all have DRS because the thing is that Gasly is.
and then Max is gonna try again.
Yeah.
Oh, he hits him. He says, "Get out of my way." There you go, Max. Good job.
He didn't actually hit him.
No, he did.
He did hit him. Never
he totally
mind.
hits him. He makes
does
contact,
hit him.
100%. Well, now you know how. Oh, that's a big lockup for Lewis.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Verstappen just.
Hey, yeah. I also on the radio. I mean.
Oh, that is a lockup. You're right.
Mick did really well there.
He did.
Also, in like a really slow car. Credit to young driver there. I mean, he. I mean,
little love tap.
I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and say Lewis's move wasn't aggressive and a little too much, and then say the same thing about.
I mean, that was an aggressive move.
Yeah, this is very aggressive.
This is very aggressive.
I'm not gonna be. I'm an even person here. I'm gonna be fair. That was really aggressive.
He puts his left rear tire into the side panel of Schumacher. I mean,
my way. I mean,
bang.
And then here's going to be the replay of Lewis. I think something the right. Oh, he's actually, that tire looks blistered, doesn't it?
Which one?
His right front.
Mercedes has always had right front issues this season.
And then Kimi's got a 10.
I mean, are they going to give Verstappen a penalty for that?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
And then Gasly goes. Mick doesn't give Gasly much as a hard time.
Oh yeah,
just
does Gasly go ahead? Although it was Gasly and Hamilton fighting, right? So like now Hamilton is going to have to get.
Hamilton's still going to have to get past Gasly, which I just don't know if he can. To be honest with you,
I think eventually.
I think I mean, the reason why Gasly passed Mick is because Mick lost so much time, literally getting hit on
the side by Verstappen,
and you lose so much time on your pace there.
Thanks for the comment in chat. Make sure that all the folks joining us jump into Discord if you want to follow along in the watch party. We got the race there for all the subs, and then join us here.
Yeah, we did change around the graphics today. We made you made the race.
I did. You know what? I made it slightly larger. By slightly larger, I mean it now takes up half the screen.
I think it does well. It does better for our viewership. I think
it does. we're smaller as a
Either
result, but
side.
that's okay.
There we go. Sorry, Discord. F1 TV I almost lost it on F1 TV there.
Yeah. All
But
right.
yeah, if you were enjoying the content or anything like that, I'm also putting the Discord link so you can able to drop the Discord link and then watch the race live with us and
Ooh,
follow
side
along.
by side, Hamilton and Schumacher, and Hamilton's going to take
You
over
can
on the inside.
if you subscribe on YouTube, you'll be able to watch the race there on Discord with us as well.
Verstappen into ninth as Raikkonen hits the pits.
Yeah, so this is
The stop and go
Raikkonen's
penalty.
going hard. Yeah, he has the stop and go, and then he has to. And thank you once again for those 2 new subs. I can't see who they are, but I do
Yeah, for some
appreciate it very
reason.
much. I don't think it's popping up on my screen or on.
Well, not
It
all of
typically.
them get shared. That's sometimes people don't have it enabled where it actually like
Oh,
says.
where it actually says who it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. It's not like Twitch that's always like Twitch always tells
Twitch
you, but
always tells you on YouTube. You have to, as the person, enable it.
yeah, you can opt out essentially, but we appreciate it all the
So
same.
we
So
appreciate
thank
who
you.
it is, but and if you want us to say your name, just make
Yeah.
sure you click the enable button so we see
Yeah,
who it
or
is.
put it in chat and then we'll shout
Yeah,
it
or
out.
that works too.
But Ocon and Vettel 1 and 2 and just pulling away from the
There we
rest
go,
of the field.
Valentine. Thank you.
There you go.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Valentine. Thank you very much. Ocon and Vettel, as we said, just pulling away, racing their own race at the
And
top because it's
so,
1-2, and then Latifi is 10 seconds behind.
and also, listen, I'll be honest with you, Ocon. We've kind of been not hard on him, but he signed the new year with Alpine, which is ex Renault, and I mean, he hasn't really had a good season this year, and he hasn't been doing that great. So, in all entirety, like. It is kind of a nice moment for him to be able to like be leading. He signed the new contract. He's doing well, and like hopefully he can actually finish the race and kind of go for him. And every race like this, there's always one of those stories that you like to just kind of key on and kind of listen to. So hopefully for Gasly's sake, he does. Oh,
This race has kind of the
the
shades.
hero.
Well, no, but shades of Baku, right? Except that all the
Yeah.
drama in Baku was
Yeah.
in the last like 3 laps.
Honestly, I was once the restart happened and Hamilton was by himself up front and there was nobody else. I was like, this race is gonna be really boring and it's over because Hamilton's just gonna go in front and
Yeah.
have all the space. But then when Mercedes decided to have the biggest brain fart I've ever seen in my entire life and not pit him, it's like now become one of the more interesting races I've ever seen.
Well, I mean, he still could have finishing the race. He's
And then
0.6
he
seconds
says,
per lap
I don't
faster.
really know what to say, guys. I can't get close to people.
Well, he's making up time. I mean, this is just a Hamilton thing.
But this is also the thing I don't necessarily understand. When he says something like that, like what's so like if he was leading or he was in second, he still wouldn't be able to get close to somebody. Right?
I would. It's like it's a whatever. He's just complaining that he's in
just
11th.
he's just yeah. I guess
Complaining he's in 11th.
I guess when you're at that point, you're just everything you
Although
that's exactly how it would act,
the problem is the gap to the front has
Is
continued
massive.
to increase.
Is battle.
He came out of the pit at 18 seconds. He's at 30.
Yeah, and also your Valentine in chat, Ocon and Vettel deserve it. Yeah, I was saying, I mean Vettel too, switching over to the new team, and then as we all know, Racing Point that turned into Aston Martin, they kind of run the low rate cars, which were severely impacted and kind of their competing speed is kind of just lowered in general, so they weren't going to have a good season this year. But Vettel is always a good driver. He always does all his actually spoke up against the Hungarian stuff. Also, he does a lot of stuff socially as well. So, especially in the cleaning and the environment stuff. So always good for Vettel.
Vettel's got some DRS here on the straightaway. I mean, he might at some point try to make a run.
I was going to say, I think he may take a run at it at a certain point.
He might. He's only a half second behind. Although his lap time about 1/10 slower per lap than Ocon, but he's definitely keeping the pressure on Ocon for sure.
And yeah, Valentine. Yeah, I agree. Sometimes some people don't like that about Hamilton. Some people do. So everybody, there's enough drivers, all 20 of them. There's such different personalities. You can always find one that you like. Is kind of what I like to say. If someone new coming to F1 is like, oh, how do you find someone you like? It's like, just watch the Netflix show or read about them, and trust me, you'll find somebody that you can connect with at least. And then I think that's going to be I think they were saying plan A for Ocon. So I'm pretty sure they're just going to go as much as they can necessarily on the mediums and then swap over.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason not to.
If I'm Aston Martin, though, I think I match. If he
Yeah,
pits, I pit type
sure.
deal because I do think you can catch him. The qualifying speed on the Alpines was actually I think slightly faster than the Astons, but I think Vettel's shown he can get close enough. Also, isn't it very weird that both of these cars, like Vettel's head is higher up on his car than
Than
Ocon's?
Ocon's. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at the gaps here. Hamilton has been brought into the pit. Question mark?
Wait, what?
Hamilton. I'm looking at my live
He's in
race
the
times.
pit.
Hamilton has been
Oh my
brought
god,
into the pit.
he almost hit the wall there.
Oh well. Oh yeah.
Are they just gonna put him on hards and send him long?
Yeah, they're gonna put
Oh,
him on
they're
hards.
putting him on the hard so he's actually able to have more grip. But I don't. And then he's banking on everybody else pitting at the same time too, right? So
Let's see. As far as tires are concerned, he is the only one on hards. Him and Raikkonen are the only two on hards. Everybody else on mediums. So he's thinking that he might be able to catch people as they go in for
as they go
another
into the
stop.
second pit, yeah.
Well, they would need two pits because he's 50 seconds behind, and the average stop is about
Is 20
25.
seconds. Yeah, each car in front of him would have to pit twice.
Yes, and actually, Red Bull is going to match,
Pit, yeah.
and so is McLaren. Like getting this onboard view
But
from
also
Max is a little bizarre. Like the car looks like it's all over the place.
but also at the same time, it's Vettel and Ocon don't need to pit because they can just keep extending the gap. As long as they're extending the gap to Hamilton, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah. All right. So Ricciardo and Verstappen
Nice pit
both
stop
in.
there from Verstappen. I think that's an under 2. Okay, they don't want to give us the time. The McLaren one
They
was excellent though.
2.3. It's probably around the same because they kind of exit the pit lane the way they came in. So my guess is that Verstappen will pass. Or actually,
And then
Hamilton
now
came out in
Hamilton
front.
passes both.
Hamilton came out in front of both of them. Wow. What a strategy.
Yeah, that
That
one
actually
they
worked for
nailed.
them. They nailed that
Yeah.
one. They had a faster pit stop, and I actually think it was probably Ricardo that slowed down Verstappen here. Fascinating. So Hamilton has put
Wow.
himself into
Interesting.
10th.
So they basically pitted to be able to move themselves up, force the pit in the other ones, and then
Yeah, and they
interesting.
came out behind. They made up time in the pit lane. Wow. And that's the race that matters. Actually, the
Yeah,
race
that
that
is the race that
matters is
matters.
happening in 10th place. Damn. It's too bad that Ricardo was there because it
It's
would have been very nice to see.
Yeah, it would have been cool to see if they both went at it.
Yep, Verstappen and
It was
Hamilton
just kind of unfortunate that we didn't get
right
to
at
see
it.
that.
Oof.
That would have been interesting to actually see that. But yeah, that was a pretty nice move. 100%. That Signs here is going to be on the radio. I I can never understand what he's saying.
Yeah, that was
Signs
completely
Signs
intelligible.
Signs is being told to box, but he says no. I have a ton of pace, and he's staying out.
All right. Cool. Great. Well, there you go. All right, so Hamilton 44 seconds behind the leaders, but making up ground on the new hard compound. Verstappen
But I'm
really
not
can't push the
sure.
car.
Now the Ferrari. Now I think they've really told him to come in.
I wonder. Yuki Tsunoda into the pit lane as well. It looks like everybody is switching on to the hards, trying to go the distance here. They have to complete 70 laps, and we are on lap 23 right now. So we got, what, 47 to go? Yes, 47. Math. Although, I wonder, are you going to go all 47 laps? I guess so.
I don't really know. I'm kind of speechless. I'm not exactly sure. I've never seen anything like this because there's undercuts happening at all different levels of the race.
Yeah, well, Hamilton currently putting in the fastest lap times. He's actually 2.7 seconds. His lap is 2.7 seconds faster than Ocon, who is currently leading, which in essence would put him in first within 20 laps with 30 laps left to go in the race. If he went
If
at
he
this
can
current
get
pace.
there,
Yeah, if he can get there. So he
right?
has a lot of pace. Verstappen now looking like he has a little bit more pace. These laps are a little bit faster than the folks at the top. We'll see if he can make up some ground here. At least maybe catch Ricardo and Russell. And Hamilton has put himself into 8th and back into the points. I suspect he will also put himself up into 7th as Latifi. No, Latifi will come out of
Latifi's
the pit
going
in
into the
front.
pit. Yeah.
That was close.
And Lewis now makes the move on Mazepin. The idea is that they're probably going to push as hard as he can and then swap to mediums later on.
Yeah, they have to stop at least one more time. Yeah. It would be at this point is probably what's going to have to happen.
Then he's got to catch Latifi. He's got around 8 seconds to be able to catch Latifi before the next kind of pass that he has to make. So it is kind of a pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, he makes it at the end.
I think he does. With his current pace, he just put in a 120.6. Still 2.5 seconds faster than. With his current pace, he does make it. The math works out for him. He's just got to keep racing.
Yeah, he just has to basically put his head down and go because his pace is way too high. I just don't how did Verstappen not, like him being ahead by 5 seconds? How does, oh, okay. Now it makes sense how the undercut worked. Never mind.
What? Walk me
No, I
through
was
it.
just looking at the number
Oh.
because if he was, he basically made up 5 seconds on, he
In the
made up
pit
the
lane?
time on the first lap of the hards.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, that's a terrible lock up there.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he probably just can't take it into the corners as hard as he'd want.
No, yeah.
I mean, he's just trying to finish the race right
And
now.
then out of nowhere here, Signs is up into third, by the way.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to tell if Alonso pitted or not. I don't think he did. I think he passed him just.
I didn't actually see the pass there, but yes.
Yeah, I didn't either.
My guess, okay, so my guess here is Verstappen is going to catch Ricardo. He's less than a second behind.
Ugh,
Oh, it's a
that
lockup on
is
the
a
front
tough
right.
spot.
Oh, there's a flat on
Yeah, you see the spot on
big
the tire
flat
right
spot on the
there.
tire. Just nothing going right for Max, unfortunately, today so far. After all the drama on lap 1 with the craziness,
It's been quite calm
it has been
afterwards.
quite calm afterwards, although we've had some very interesting pit strategies that have caused the grid to be not the way you would expect it to be. That's why you're seeing folks like Ocon in front, Vettel, Sainz, well, Ferrari up in front, I suppose, is a kind of expected. But Alonso, Gasly, and Sonoda, and a lot of the names that you might know and hear week in and week out on the podium: Norris, Perez, Leclerc, Bottas, all out of the race. It's actually just a 14-car race at the moment.
This is a pretty interesting view. It makes it look like a video game.
It does.
They really make it video game like, which is pretty interesting.
Let's look. Hamilton continuing to make up ground from, he's made up 6 seconds here in the better part of 3 or 4 laps. Just kind of expected the way that the pace is going. His last lap time 122.8 and Ocon 123.1. So Hamilton getting into a little bit of traffic here with Latifi up in front. George Russell
I
still
think
in
Hamilton's
the
gonna
points.
maybe make a move here on Latifi. Yep.
Yeah, he's got the DRS. He's got the draft. He's going to try to go to the outside. He'll pass at the front.
That was easy for
And
him. That was a
Hamilton will
nice
get it.
move.
Yep, easy pass into 7th. And Hamilton just continuing to climb the points ladder here while his rival Verstappen is still sitting on the outside looking in.
Yeah, I don't think Verstappen's going to be able to basically move from his spot. The only way he's going to be able to move from his spot if they undercut just like Hamilton did or something like that. There's no other way he's going to be able to do it.
Yeah, I suppose he's actually losing ground to Ricardo too.
And then now Hamilton has to go through the AlphaTauris here as well. So that's next for him.
Tsunoda
Which
and
he did have
Gasly.
trouble passing Gasly. He never actually passed Gasly, right?
Was it Gasly? I think so. Gasly, who now puts himself back into 5th. Well, yeah. So, because you were asking, well, what happened? What was wrong with Gasly, who was down near the bottom? But after the cycle through here, Gasly back in 5th, which is exactly where he started the race. There's actually a bigger gap. So even if Hamilton does catch Tsunoda, the gap
he still
from
has
there
like 10
is,
seconds to be able to reach Gasly.
Yeah,
but he's making up the time. He's making up around a second or two every lap.
He is. Yes. Yeah. Hamilton, the only one putting in lap times down in the 121s at the moment. So.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I'm just kind of wondering what Ocon and Vettel are gonna do.
Ocon's actually been racing better.
Are they just gonna one stop it on hards at like lap 30 or 40?
Probably would be my guess. Although remember, if you did, it takes about 20 seconds is on average what folks are losing in the pit lane. And right now Hamilton is 37.6
So he'd be
seconds.
17 seconds behind, but Hamilton still has to pit one more time.
You're right. Hamilton
so you have
will
to
probably
add 20
not
seconds
make it.
again to his.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you do end up going another 10 laps, what is he asking?
I think he was he was trying to make a joke, and I don't think they presented it right on TV.
Are we on lap 23 already?
No, I think he said 43 as like a joke. Yeah, but they on TV they made it seem like he was very serious, and it came off wrong. I think
no,
that's
laps remaining. Okay, well, welcome in again to all the viewers here on this Sunday here in Budapest. Has been just a wild race so far. Make sure to jump into Discord and join the watch party, and join us back here to give your thoughts so far on the race. What was Alonso saying?
He said the sky is getting black.
Oh.
Which I
from which, although the rain has let up.
Because I'm trying to look at it on the video and I can't find it.
All right, so Yuki Tsunoda still holding off Lewis Hamilton here as Hamilton tries to climb back up the grid. We suspect that Hamilton will have to stop at least one more time to try to make it the rest of the way. Meanwhile, the leaders Ocon and Vettel are probably going for a one-stop from here on out. So I suspect give them another 10 laps and they'll try to put the hards on.
That's
and then
what
go
I'm
the
assuming.
distance.
Yeah,
you're probably right here.
Yeah,
that's probably what I would do too.
I think that's what they're gonna do.
because you don't have the time. You don't have the time to take 2 stops. 2 stops would be 40 seconds. Hamilton is
Oh, it's a
37.
lock up there on Hamilton's right front again.
Ooh, you're right. Looks like the right front is locking up for both Hamilton. We've
All the
seen
time,
Verstappen
right?
happen. Yeah.
Ooh. I think Lewis is going to get him on this lap, on the next one. I think he's going to get Sonoda.
If he gets the DRS, it's going to be close. Yep.
Yeah, I think he's going to get him on this one, on this next straightaway here. Unless he can, because I think the gap last time was like 0.6, but I think he needs it under 0.5, and he's got him.
Gasly going to put himself in the pit lane here.
Oh, that was actually a pretty interesting picture there. You could actually see the Hamilton's left brake on fire.
I haven't. I missed that one.
Or like really hot. You can see it. It's not on fire, but you can see it on certain angles. It's actually kind of cool.
Oh, the left
And
front, you're saying?
yeah, Gasly's coming into pit here.
All right, here's the straightaway. Let's see if Hamilton gets him. A lot of distance,
We're
actually.
watching Gasly, unfortunately.
Yeah, you kind of got the one on the side.
Yeah. He's got 2.4 second pit stop, so that's not that bad at all.
Not
and
bad.
he didn't get him now that the pictures are back.
Yeah, he did not. Sonoda held off Hamilton here. About a half second is the interval between that as Hamilton tries to climb up into 5th. Gasly in 8th right now after when he cycles out of the pits onto the hard compound tires.
And if you want to watch live or join us on Discord, just subscribe to the YouTube, and then you'll be able to go to the Discord and watch the race there with us in our watch party as well. Thanks for everybody tuning in. If you're enjoying it, remember to just hit the sub button and always stick around. We do pretty much. I think we've only missed one race this year, so
I think we've
pretty
missed.
well.
Yeah, we missed Baku. Oh well, technically we missed Austria.
Technically, we missed the one where we were away. Yeah, you're right.
We were actually in Europe, but
yeah, we weren't able to be at the race, and we will miss some next year because we'll be at the races in the U.S. So.
Well, yeah, actually, there might be 2 U.S. Grand Prix this year. Actually, I was listening early on in the broadcast. They were saying that if the Japanese Grand Prix is canceled for whatever reason, they will try to do 2 U.S. Grand Prix. They'll do Texas and then an Grand Prix Texas and then Grand Prix Americas.
Race of the Americas track?
Yeah, they'll double up. Clark in chat saying Lewis gonna crash Sonoda out of the race.
He does other drivers. Yeah, it's honestly it's pretty funny seeing people's comments and opinions. Like the last week's race has divided F1 fans greatly.
Yeah.
Hamilton's gonna.
And let's see, and he
got him.
Hamilton will get it. Yep. All right.
Wow.
So there you go. Now Hamilton has has to make up ground. He has 21 seconds to Sainz, who's in 4th. And actually, no, he has less because Sainz went into the pit. So
But we also still have to remember Hamilton still has to pit one more time, doesn't he?
We think. We think he does. Right?
Yeah.
It's a cool replay here. He does not crash Sonoda out of the race. He does a clean pass on the outside. And, yep, Sonoda lets him go. So
Sainz is going to pit here, end up behind Hamilton. Hamilton's going to move up into 4th.
We have a
lot of not liking Hamilton.
I was going to say the same thing.
As I said, I think last week's incident has divided a lot of race fans, and it is very funny. I was trying to hold my opinions not to influence my commentary, but
I won't go one way or the other here.
Yeah,
it isn't. I will say this is a very unfortunate race for Max, and he's probably
I will say
very
it was
tilted
really
at the moment.
It was a really sad race for Red Bulls, and Latifi! I think this is Latifi and Schumacher, right?
So there we go.
Or no, it's Russell. That's Russell. Oh, Russell does make the move on him.
Yes,
that was good.
Can he actually finish it? Yes, he does. Nicely
Hey,
done.
there we go. Come on. Yeah, Steven Hesler, you gotta come on, Lewis. There are some Lewis love still.
So George
And
Russell, who we
then,
thought might have had an issue when they did the restart, is now in ninth. So
yeah, I guess there wasn't
this would
something
be
wrong
his
with his
first
car.
points finish of the season if he can hold it. Finds himself 12 seconds behind Gasly, who's in eighth, but has
So
good pace.
you really know you're in a low budget car when your steering wheel doesn't have a screen.
Oh, they have the. They're two things. Yeah, look at that.
Man, what a move.
Great move by the young driver here on the
Yeah, I
outside.
mean, I feel like Mick's got Mick's had some pretty good moves. If you put him in a quicker car, it'd be pretty interesting to see what he could do. And then here, Gary Thomason, we got another go Lewis. So
Right, so
there
yeah,
is some
we
Lewis
got we
love in
got
the
big
chat.
people on
Don't
both
worry.
sides of this one.
Yeah.
We won't make any opinions. We'll just bring you the race as we see it here. Hamilton right now 2.3 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. Although I have tended to favor
Oh,
Verstappen's
Mick,
Red Bull so far this season, but
yeah,
Ricardo
Ricardo gets past.
wheel to wheel.
And then Verstappen's gonna be next.
Oh, so now
Oh,
they're finally making
oh.
moves. Is he gonna tap
Well,
him this
no.
time?
No, the problem is this
No,
has
he's
happened
clean.
to Mick now like 3 times where he gets past once and he's fighting so hard that then he loses so much speed and everybody else can just pass him.
Yeah, well, this time he didn't get the love tap from Verstappen, so
I I didn't really understand other than it was going to be difficult. I I couldn't really.
yeah. So
Oh, Sainz has the fresh tires, so he can't actually pass him.
exactly. Exactly. So the Ferraris
But hey,
have
what if
made
it rains again?
the Ferraris have made a rather cheeky move here to get
Yeah, the
onto
one
new
Ferrari.
tires. The one Ferrari that's left.
And then I think this is a Haas going into the pit here. I agree the Red Bull is a better car this season. Yeah, I don't know, 100%. But I have to say though, I have to give credit to Mercedes. The adjustments they've made in the last 2 races have gotten them a lot closer to the Red Bull, and it's become way more interesting.
I mean, after the two sort of debacles in Austria, the back-to-back like weeks there, yeah, Mercedes found another gear and then went back to Silverstone. They had definitely a lot of pace. They had fantastic pace in qualifying too. They're like half a second ahead of Red Bull. You check that comment in disc.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you got it. You're good.
Yeah, if you're trying to figure out how to use the Discord, click. Once you join, you select F1, and then you can go to the watch party, and then click live on Relive Sports, and then you can click there and watch the pictures. So you have to actually join the channel and then mute yourself. If you don't, I mute you. But
yeah, there you go. All right, so he's got. Let's see, Hamilton.
Not having a screen on the steering wheel is cheaper for when your driver throws it in anger and possibly also an inertial advantage. Yeah. It's a good one, Toka. I like that.
It is cheaper.
Unless he takes the screen with him and rips it off the car.
Yeah, so you can throw the wheel with your right and throw the screen with your left, and then you're good.
Interesting. Another comment. Red Bull is not better than Mercedes, but Max has been better than Lewis this
season. Interesting.
Yeah, there's different ways to. I agree in a certain aspect. I think Red Bull tactically hasn't been good as Mercedes. I think Max has been a better driver per se than Lewis, but I do think the Red Bull car is slightly quicker.
Vettel is like limping into the pit lane.
Come on, Vettel. Oh, that was bad. Damn.
Okay, so that might be a little not put a dent into Vettel's plans. But yeah,
that's unfortunate there for Seb.
Mercedes upgrades definitely working, as we said, ever since Austria. Where Austria, they looked dead in the water, man.
Yeah,
back-to-back weeks, it was bad. It was bad.
What they've done in the car is insane. It is actually crazy. How has Ocon ended up in P1? Well, we have a lot to catch you up on.
Oh boy, that's a story and a half. You want to go for it?
So basically at the beginning of the race, it was raining and absolutely pouring. Bottas goes in. He had a very bad start. He goes in right behind the McLaren of Norris. He
He gets
locks up or
passed by
just doesn't
Norris.
brake. Yeah, and goes right into the back of Norris. Norris then hits Perez and then hits also Verstappen, which also Stroll also hit Leclerc as well. So basically there was about 5 different cars that caused a wreck, and then Ocon just kind of made it to the front. But on the restart, everybody, since it wasn't raining, everybody started the race in the pit. Hamilton did not. So Hamilton went out, did a lap while everybody was already swapped to the non-wet tires, and he was in front. And that was a really good stop there by Ocon, by the way.
2.3.
That should put him in a really nice spot. That gives him actually a second advantage over Vettel.
It does. And Alonso currently in front. So the 2 Alpines are leading the race.
Oh, Vettel's so close, though. Oh, my God. If Vettel didn't have that second, he's in front. He got inted by the team again.
Griefed.
Absolute. Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, Vettel's pushing, though. Because he's got the fresh tires. He's already got a lap on it. This is where he's going to make the move if he can.
Yeah, he's got some heat in them, so he can go maybe a little bit
No,
more
Ocon
grip.
can't push him hard right now. So he's got this lap to be able to make the move, most likely. Oh, I don't know if he can do it anymore, actually.
That was actually really exciting between the two. Russell will get a point. If the race ended right now, Russell will get more than 1 point, actually.
I would really love to see Russell get a point.
I can't. How many do you get at night? I can't actually remember. 3? 2?
2 or 3.
Something like that. I think it's 1 for 10, but like.
I mean, look at that 0.9 seconds. Literally, if his team had a good pit stop, that he'd be in front.
Well,
That's
it's
so
0.9 seconds now, but like they were basically wheel to wheel. I mean,
Hamilton sounds like he's breathing heavy.
yeah, there was a completely intelligent, like inaudible.
Yeah,
Like he had no idea what was going on.
He's breathing into the mic, mouth breathing.
His mouth breathing. It's like Lewis, you got your push to talk on.
Yeah.
Although we're saying, like the way the weather looked, it might start raining again.
Yeah,
which would be more
which
crazy.
Would be literally the cherry on top for this race.
I mean,
but then again, so I mean, Vettel had the chance to pass him on the pit, but he's also pretty much in the same spot.
Yeah. So
Alonso's
we thought
asking for how much tire
that the leaders, Ocon and Vettel, would go to basically almost lap 40, Fran, right? That's kind of how we did the
and then
math.
now they just go to the end.
They went to about lap 38.
So also, if you're a Hamilton fan or you're something else here, you're looking at this, but Hamilton still has to pit one more time. So you have to add 20 seconds on top, and we're pretty sure Vettel and Ocon are not going to pit again.
Yes. We think that Hamilton needs to pit again based on the age of his tires. Actually,
the more the leaders fight, the faster Hamilton catches up. Yeah, that's true. But also, I think the race pace from the front 2 leaders is faster now because Hamilton is stuck behind Sainz.
The race
and
pace
also a comment.
Is... Go.
Also a comment about where we think Bottas is going to end up. I think Russell's going to get the Mercedes seat. I don't know where Bottas will end up. He's still a really good driver and still deserves to be in F1, honestly. Not sure where he's going to go, but I do think this may be the year Russell gets the call up and ends up in the Mercedes seat. They may delay it another year, but we'll see.
And Messi,
Messi the GOAT. I appreciate for the sub.
Thank you for the sub. Again, they don't always show up depending on what the settings are, but we really appreciate it. And appreciate everybody hanging out on this Sunday here. That has been a wild race in Hungary. Lewis Hamilton currently in 4th, trying to track down the leaders and stuck behind Carlos Sainz. And we will see about pit stop. Hold on.
No, the Max Horner conversation is, how's the balance? And he goes, I don't know, it's broken.
It says he's got oversteer in the car.
Yeah, he's got oversteer, understeer. He says it's broken, and he's not wrong. It's broken.
Yeah, I mean,
the car is broken.
The car is being held together by epoxy
literally duct tape.
And duct tape at the moment.
And I think this is a Gasly move here. Oh, wow, he broke late. Wow. That was...
Yes.
I thought he was going to go, just keep going. I did not.
bombed into that
Ballsy.
corner.
Yeah, that was.
Whew.
There you go, Pierre.
So if asking if you're a fan of the NBA, yeah, I think Frank.
Yeah, we're all fans of NBA sports. We did
do
NBA
college,
games.
but
Yeah, we do more college now. We've found our niche, I think, in F1 and college basketball.
yeah, but you're a Knicks fan, so
But yeah, I'm a Knicks fan,
better
and
season than in the previous.
yeah, but it's fine. This year we'll make the playoffs again, and the next year we needed free agency. That's a big time.
Verstappen is going to pit.
I wonder if
Verstappen
they
is
may
going to
just.
pit.
I hope they don't just retire him because he may just be like the car's so bad to drive I won't be able to do anything. But I'm curious if they're just throw him on mediums now.
Let's see, what are they going to
That
do?
was a really good pit stop.
Woo!
It was wicked fast. There's no timer. There's no time, but that was a wicked.
Too
pit
fast
stop.
a time, and they do throw him on mediums. You're right. Good call.
The gap's coming down. The gap looks like it came down because Alonso pitted.
Yeah.
So the gap looks like it came down, but in reality, it sort of didn't. If that makes sense, Toka, because he still has to pit. So technically, he's behind Alonso.
So Verstappen's lap. Let's check to see what Verstappen's lap times are like on the mediums. The current race pace by the leaders is 121.6. That's Vettel. Ocon has 121.9, and Hamilton is also doing 121.6. So, but Alonso has just put in the fastest lap at 120.3. So that's kind of where we're at here. 120.3, and the fastest lap on this track is down in the 120 range by Hamilton actually from last year.
And then we have a come on Ocon in chat. There we go. Yeah,
There you
like
go.
we were saying before, I hope he. I mean,
It'd
hope
make
he
things
does
very
well.
interesting for somebody we don't expect to win here. Everybody locking up again. There's another
everybody
lock by
on
Vettel
this turn, everybody locks up on their left
on
front
turn
every
one.
single time on
Mhm.
turn one. It just eats your left front. And Tim Wilson
Right
chat,
front.
thank you. Yeah, thanks for having you as well. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for tuning in this morning here. We really appreciate all the man. This is just a lot of fun when everybody's in chat watching and enjoying the race. Carlos Sainz, who, Fran, just a roller coaster of a weekend for Sainz,
Yeah,
who
he is.
crashed himself in Q2.
Which was probably the best thing he could have done for himself. Honestly.
It turns out, best thing he could have done. Hamilton complaining that his rear tires are absolutely trashed. And I think he's just mad that he's stuck behind the Ferrari at the moment, who has tremendous pace.
He's been burning his rears to get past the Ferrari or even get close to the Ferrari at this point.
And
I mean, Sainz is sitting prettier. I do think Sainz is on hards, right? When did he pit?
I don't have
Is
exact. He
He
is
got
on
another
hards
one in him,
but I don't have
or is he
exactly
going
the
all
lap
the
that he
way?
pitted. I should start writing these down again.
Oh, when they I don't. Well, this race has been very weird. To be honest,
been a
with
lot
you.
of
It's been a lot to keep track of because you have to because there's like little battles happening within where they're undercutting each other. It's never like an undercut of the whole field anymore.
Yeah.
And their Aquinas family, yeah, close. Hamilton. See, there's Hamilton. There's still, I think we're 50-50. I think the race community in general is just split 50-50 between Hamilton and Verstappen.
So this is saying now Alonso. Well, so the AWS little thing here.
Well, Alonso has no rear tires.
Well, no, Alonso pitted.
No, he pitted.
He pitted. He's on new tires, and he's trying to run down Hamilton.
Oh wait, this is going the opposite way. I read this
yes,
wrong. I thought
yes,
it was
it's the opposite direction.
Yeah, it's him. See, you can see the brakes. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. The red brakes there. So Alonso is actually the reason why they put up the graphic for Alonso chasing down Hamilton is because Alonso's last lap was 0.7 seconds faster than Hamilton, and Alonso does currently own the fastest lap. He is on the hard compound, but Hamilton's tires are way older. Like
so
they almost have 25 laps on him.
So if you're Mercedes here, you're looking at this and you probably got like 5 laps, 7 laps more.
So maybe
hold on.
remember, 20 seconds puts you behind Sonoda.
Signs calling Hamilton's box for him.
There you go. Doing a little bit of strategy himself.
Hamilton says the tires have a second wind.
Wow, that goes from. All right, so if Hamilton were to pit right now, he would basically come out in 6th place. 5th, technically, because he'd be slightly in front
Oh,
of
he
Sonoda.
locked up again, though.
Yeah, but it's that turn 1, man. Oh, it's again, it's
Yeah, but
every
look how
moment.
much time he lost. Right?
Yeah.
Every time. It's like a double lockup, too. He
Yeah,
locks it on the first
it's
one, it
crazy.
rolls, and then he locks it again. Oh, God. Poor rubber.
Poor rubber. I really feel for the right fronts. Can we get an F's in chat for the right front tires today? Because they're going all over the place.
Brutal, man.
All over the place. Everybody locking up down into turn
Here,
1.
Tim, he's full disclosure. He's all Red Bull fan. Mad Max has driven for 150 points, lucked into 27. Yeah, that's true. He did luckily fall into that 27 last week. You could probably say.
Yeah,
But hey, we
25 of the
welcome
right
all different fans of everywhere. I feel like F1 is has a lot more mutual respect between fans, unlike other sports,
like
to where
soccer
it's a
or
little more
football.
aggressive. Yeah, exactly.
But Alonso making up ground here. He's making up ground on every single lap. So Lewis off the race pace for now.
Lewis at least lost a half second on that lock right there for that lap.
My guess is that Lewis has less than 5 laps before he pits, and then he's going to go the rest of the way. There's only 25 laps left in the race at this point, friend.
Yeah,
you might
I
as well
keep
put him
thinking
on
there's
mediums.
so much time. Yeah.
You might as well put him on mediums and just go.
Yeah, I'm losing my bladder, so give me 30 seconds.
Yeah, right. Well, there you go. So we'll keep things
2
going
races.
here as the top 3 remain intact for now. Ocon after the restart. Ocon, Vettel, and Sainz. Hamilton for the time being, Alonso, and then the 2 AlphaTauris, Tsunoda and Gasly, followed by Latifi and Russell, and then Ricciardo, Raikkonen, Verstappen down in 12th, who has to fight his way back on the new mediums. And we're back. There you go. See?
That was quick.
24 laps to go. Or
So
the equivalent here
so I
about
was just thinking,
96 pay.
I actually may not even think that Hamilton saying, "Hey, I have a second wind on the tires," like I don't think that was a good thing.
Well, he's saying he could basically stay out and use
Yeah, he
the
can
seconds.
still stay out,
Yeah.
but he's still losing time though. That's what I'm saying. Like he's still actually not making up ground.
He's not making up ground to the leaders, but he's not like being caught either.
Yeah, but he's not being caught either. Yeah, I guess.
Remember when he came out of the pits?
I take that back. He 0.5 seconds. Alonso just cut off again.
Sure. But he's made up significant ground here. When he came out of the pits, he was 40. The interval was 44 seconds. It's down to 6. Now, if you add 20, it's like 26. So he's basically cut it in half.
And also, if you guys are enjoying the stream or also want to watch the actual live pictures, come hang out in Discord. I just dropped the link in the chat, and then just hit the subscribe button on YouTube, and then you can go to Discord and be able to watch it there.
But Russell's still sitting in the points for the time being. So for the George Russell fans out there, so far so good. Although we won't jinx it.
Yeah, he's had so much he's had such bad luck, to be honest with you, that anything can happen with him.
If Hamilton
go to Williams, you think he's ever going to get a podium? No.
All right, and here's the call. The call for Mercedes has been to box Hamilton.
Box now.
On lap 47. I did say he had less than 5 laps. I was right.
Yep. We said it was going to be in the last 20 or so.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So he's basically
let's see how this pit stop is.
He was 6 seconds.
That's a good pit stop.
Off the leaders,
nice.
Right? Okay, he doesn't get inted by his pit crew. Like they do to Bottas. And
So he's got 22 laps to
is
to
he going to
catch him.
beat Sonoda out of the pit?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes, he will. Okay. All right, so here it is. I don't think the leaders are going to pit anymore. I think we're done with the pit
I
stops.
think we're done with pit stops at
We
this
have
point.
22 laps to go. Hamilton finds himself. So this is kind of nuts. He was 6 seconds. That pit stop was 18 seconds, which is well below the average is about 20, so he's better. Yep. Mercedes crew telling Hamilton it is hammer time the rest of the way, and that is exactly what he has to do. So 22.6 seconds is what separates Lewis Hamilton from first place at the moment. And he is
Vettel's gonna make the. Oh, he almost tried to make the move.
this is
Oh
like a little
wow.
three-way action here because they're also lapping Raikkonen at the moment.
That was a really clever move by Vettel, be able to do it on the.
When the three were fighting.
Yeah, when the three were fighting because he knew he was going to be slightly slowed down and he could take the speed and he almost pulled it off.
Yep, almost got it. But
That was
Ocon
a
holds him
veteran
off.
move right there.
So the leaders are all on hards, and Hamilton's got mediums.
Gasly's going to swap team orders. Sonoda respects it.
All right, so Gasly going ahead.
Jeez, Vettel is flying.
Vettel's going fast.
You can't see Giovinazzi on the map.
Uh,
Yeah, so what happens is once you're lapped, the map can't.
yeah,
Like,
you're off the map.
You're off the map.
Because it would be too confusing.
There's no way to like actually track if someone would be down a lap on the map, if that makes sense. So once you're lapped, you're off.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's Giovinazzi's currently a lap down, so that's why. Yeah.
Bad car in F1 is always have a good livery. Yeah, that's true. All the bad cars look the greatest.
Alonso actually just put in the fastest lap. No, and actually Hamilton's going to steal it. 118.7. Holy cow. Sorry, we're trying to listen in here to the Mercedes
Yeah, sorry,
radio.
we're trying to listen to the radio.
Right. Okay. So there you go. So basically, Mercedes telling Hamilton exactly what the gap to first is and what he needs to make up. Right now, it is 16.1 seconds, fifth where Hamilton sits, to first. And Hamilton's laps, he just made up 4 seconds, 3.7 seconds
on Ocon.
Wow. Using the medium tires because everybody up front is on hards. And there's 20 laps to go. And actually, if the leaders pitted right now, they would come out behind Hamilton. Wow. Hamilton's in a really good spot.
Yeah, it's Hamilton's race to pretty much lose at this point.
Hamilton is in a very good spot right now.
Because the numbers say he should probably come out in first.
Yep. He's got 19 laps to do it. He's got the fastest car, and he's on new medium tires. Actually, Williams does have a very good-looking car. I really like it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's one of the nicer ones, honestly. Yeah, Hamilton's got plenty of time. He's got 19 laps to be able to make up 20 seconds.
He does.
He's making up more than a second a lap. And I like if you're racing or you're going that fast, like it doesn't even really matter that it's a hard track to pass on, honestly.
This could very well
because you're going so fast.
And in a Hamilton podium here, if the leaders don't pick up the pace, but they're on hard, so I don't know how they're going to do that.
But also Hamilton only has around 18 to 20 laps on his tires, right? So
What? No,
because that's how
Hamilton's tires are brand new.
no, I know, but the mediums only last for 18 to 20.
Oh! You're saying they'll degrade as they're basically like right on the edge. Like you'd have to pit if the race went any longer. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, because I am pretty sure when they had him on the mediums at a certain point, they only had him for 10, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they only had him for like 15, 20 laps because they swapped over to the hards around 20, right?
Well, I mean,
They
there was a
all went
lot of like.
mediums. They all went mediums, and then everybody swapped to hards around 20, and then they either swapped back to hards or just switched to the mediums.
It's kind of hard to tell because there was like multiple swaps, and then there was the undercut, and then like I don't think they got the full number of laps out of that set that they swapped before the restart. I don't think they got the full number of laps on those tires.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
like kind
See
of
what you
hard to
mean.
tell exactly how long those tires would have lasted because basically like from
I just
laps.
all I'm saying though, I don't think he's going to be able to do this pace at the end
Okay,
of the
that's fair.
race.
But like you basically used up a set of mediums and then hards in the span of 40 laps. So like
Right.
so like how long do they actually last? I'm not sure because there were two pits there from basically all teams
Yeah, you're
as they were
right.
like playing with the undercut, like playing with these undercuts and like trying to like
And
gain track position. It was
Tim
just like a mess.
Tim here in chat saying it's on Alonso to slow him down. He wants Fernando to slow Hamilton down. That's probably, if you're a Max Verstappen or a Red Bull fan, that's probably exactly what you would want to happen. So
And Verstappen's still trying to catch the McLaren here. He's about half a second behind Ricardo, so at least to put himself into 10th, to put himself into a little bit of the points. And then the problem is that Verstappen would get no higher than 9th, really, at this point, because he's about 1.7 seconds behind George Russell in 9th, but the gap between Latifi in 8th and Russell in 9th is 16 seconds, and that's too far to make. So the best finish that Verstappen is going to get is a 9th place finish today.
yeah, I don't see much else. Also, if you're new and just hopped in, I put the Discord links to be able to watch the race. Just if you subscribe on the YouTube side, you're able to go to the Discord and watch it there. Thank you for all the subs today. We typically we call them out if you haven't enabled to see who actually subs. So if you sub and you don't have it, you can let us know and we'll be able to call it out. Sometimes
There we
different
go.
settings allow that.
William Nash, that one came through. William Nash, thank you very much for the sub on YouTube. Much
There you
appreciated.
go.
And thank you for
you,
everybody
William.
for hanging with us today in what has been a really intriguing race. But the drama is going to happen here in the last couple of laps. Within the next 10 or so laps, Hamilton is making up 1 second or 1.2 seconds on every single lap. The gap between him and Ocon is 9.2 seconds. So within the next 10 laps, we're going to have drama here, and then we'll have basically the last 4 or 5 laps to the finish to see if Vettel and Ocon can actually hold off Lewis Hamilton. But he's got to get past Alonso and then Sainz
He's got to
first.
get past Alonso and Sainz first, be able to get there too. But that's what I'm saying. That this is what I'm.
And he's on a faster set of tires. And
No,
you,
I
you
know,
think
but
they're
he's
not
also,
you think they're not going to last.
He's also on a degrading set of tires that degrade quicker than the hards, though. So that, I mean, I don't work for Pirelli, and thank God I do. I don't, but I don't know. I'm just saying, his pace. He's pushing so hard, his pace isn't going to be the same.
Let's see where he's at. He did have his fastest lap. He
I
does
think
own.
He's going to catch it.
He does own the extra point for fastest lap, about 118, and I don't think anybody's going to beat him on fastest lap.
Sorry, I got lost by him complaining on the radio, and I think Hamilton's here is going to make the pass on Alonso, and he's going to be able to go across. He's going to take the inside line. Alonso's going to be able to hold him off on this lap, but I think on the next one, I think he's going to be able to get him. And then is Lewis going to make the inside move here like he did on the last time? Alonso's going to be able to give him the space. No, Alonso keeps going and stays in front of them. Wow.
Oh my gosh, they're
veteran
wheel to
right
wheel. Alonso and Hamilton,
Yeah.
the battle is on.
Hey,
Woo!
put it this way, Alonso's got nothing to lose.
Alonso has nothing to lose. Sonic Becky, thank you for the sub on YouTube as well. Yeah, that was a crazy radio communication there by Sonoda. A lot of
Yeah.
swearing. Although the AlphaTauri team told Gasly to go up, and now Sonoda's complaining that he's slowing him
Complaining
down.
that he's slowing him down.
Exactly.
So I mean, but also if I was after on the team go, I'm good. Yuki, you're not gonna catch Hamilton. So stop
You're
complaining.
not gonna catch Hamilton.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's just a fact. I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. So
All right, I'm actually looking at the map here too because I'm looking to
yeah,
see
so
Alonso.
sorry if you're looking at the live maps. So if you get lapped, you go off of the live map. So
Yep.
that's why some drivers are disappearing. Some drivers have disappeared because they didn't make it.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at Hamilton and Alonso because I'm looking to see when they come back
And
around
then
the
here
main
it is
straightaway.
again. This is going to be again. No, I don't think Lewis. So this is the second time this has happened, right? On the blue flags, when they blue flag the person to be able to make the pass, the person behind has always tried to make the move.
Yep.
Has always tried to make the move, and it's worked, or it also hasn't. Vettel tried to do it. Hamilton tried to do it there. It's very interesting because technically the blue flag should be like, you don't lose anything, like you go right by, but it totally is actually like it's an advantage for the trailing car.
Yep, yeah. So the other piece of information that was super important there was the tire age. The folks on the hard tires have 10 more laps than Hamilton on the softs. Hamilton's tires are 8 laps in right now, and he would have to go another 14, which puts him at 24, which is basically right on the edge, for the mediums. The other ones. The other ones are on hards. They would have to go close to 32 laps on that set of tires. So actually, both of them are right on the edge of the tire wear. Yeah, and the map is slightly ahead.
Damn.
I
We got the live feed for you guys. The real live feed.
The map is slightly ahead. Well, what are you gonna do? There's
So here it goes again. Hamilton's going to try number 2.
With DRS
Alonso's
enabled.
going to be able to hold him here. He's going to try to take the outside. This is not the camera angle I want.
No lockup there, however.
And then here it goes again. Hamilton's going to go on the outside. He's going to try to make it on this turn inside. Alonso's going to go on the inside. Alonso's going to be able to throw his elbows out there, and Hamilton.
Oh my God, they're so close.
And then he's going to try again for the move. Oh, great job there from Alonso to be able to cut him off. My God. The veteran here. Look at that. Wow.
See, we had chat rooting for Alonso. Chat's right on it, man. Alonso's holding Hamilton off.
Dude, Alonso, these past 2 races, though, for the people that have been watching, he's been out of his mind. Ever since he, started in 12th and then in that one race got up to 5th, he's been on another level. I don't know if it's the car, but...
Fantastic.
Yeah, I love how the commentator goes, look, they have respect for each other. It's like, oh, so Max and Lewis have no respect for each other.
which means they didn't crash.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, Steven in chat there saying out of the way, Alonso. So if you're a Red Bull fan, you're cheering for Alonso, and here we go again. It's going to be the same thing. Hamilton's going to go for the pass. He's got DRS enabled. He's within 0.5. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it on this one. I think it's like a lap in between. He goes for the pass, and then he needs another lap to get close enough to be able to go again.
Yeah, right? he actually ended up farther.
He lose too much time on the attempt for the pass.
Yeah, he ended up farther. This lap isn't as close.
This is the one that needs to get him closer.
This is wild.
Oh, that's what they're saying. This is the thing for the hybrid engine. So he's not. So this is the lap where. Yeah. So I mean, we are right.
Oh, he has to recharge it.
Recharge it. Yeah.
Ah.
Which technically should still allow. But at the same time, though, that should still allow Alonso to recharge. Am I crazy?
Oh yeah, it would work for both of them. But I mean, Mercedes just has more pace than the Alpine, right?
So yeah, 100% though.
Yeah,
exactly.
So this race has just turned into super interesting between the multiple pit stops, the different tires, and the different ages here.
Yeah, the different rank, the weather conditions, the damages on people's cars, everything. It's just been a crazy race. And honestly, credit to Ocon. He's literally been holding off Vettel for an entire
Grand Prix.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, since lap 4, basically. All right.
How many points is he? I don't know the exact point standings.
What was the question? How many points does Hamilton get for fifth?
Yeah, what's the point spread?
Hold on.
Fifth place is 10. Wait.
My notes are somewhere, and I can't actually pull them up at the moment. Actually, I can. Fifth place is 10. 25 for first, 18 for second, 15 for third, 12 for fourth, 10 for fifth, 8 and sixth, 7th place gets 6 points, 8th place gets 4, 9 points, 9th place gets 2, 10th place gets 1. So George Russell, the driver that we've been watching very closely, in 9th place would get 2 points. It would be his first finish into the points. An exciting race for George Russell if he can actually pull it off, because he had a terrible qualifying. But he is in the points at the moment. And those 10 points, by the way, would put Hamilton ahead in the Drivers' Championship, because he's only trails Verstappen by 8 at the moment. Now, if Hamilton were even to get past Alonso, he'd still have to get past Sainz, which would be very difficult, I think.
Sorry.
Let's see. And here's going to be here's going to be the attempt. No, actually no attempt. Hamilton
He's
just
not going to be able to do it here
can't.
again.
He might try to go around the outside. Nope.
No, he's not going to be able to do it here. He's still too far off.
Yeah, Alonso being incredibly stubborn, to his credit, though.
If you're him, though, I mean, no reason to give up.
No reason to give it up. Actually, Hamilton does have a +1 point for the fastest lap, so it'd be 3 points. No.
Yeah,
he'd be 3
Hamilton
points
will
clear
be.
at the top.
Yeah, Hamilton would be in front then. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're correct. But Verstappen's not going to make it.
Verstappen's
At this
not gonna
point, his car is too damaged to be able to actually. The fact that he's finishing the race at this point is kind of interesting.
Right as you said that, he moves into 10th.
Yeah.
He passes Ricardo in the McLaren.
He gets a point.
And well, I mean, so then the gap is only 2, right? So like, it's a big difference. I mean, every point counts at this point.
It's all because the McLaren makes Verstappen crash. Well, let's remember, it wasn't really McLaren's
It was
fault.
not
It was
Norris's
Bottas's fault.
Norris got
So-
rear-ended by Bottas, which put him into Verstappen, actually. It is not technically the McLaren's fault.
What's the gap Verstappen to Russell? Because he may be able to catch the Williams
2.4.
cars. Maybe. But we don't really care. What we care about right now is the Alpine and the Hamilton.
Yep. So 2 points for 9th would actually only make the Drivers' Championship a 1-point race. Which
Can you?
is...
Oh, I can remove that one.
Okay. Oh, you can?
Yeah, I guess I can. Oh, I'm logged in as Relive. That's why.
Oh, there you go. Bingo. Fantastic. All right.
I literally have no idea what Max said.
Nope. They just say, yeah, cool.
Literally no idea what he said. Also, if you want to watch the pictures of the last nine laps, not pictures, live video, hop in Discord. Subscribe there on YouTube, and then you'll be able to hop in, watch us on Discord, and be able to watch the live race pictures and watch our commentary along with it. Thanks for everybody joining today on this lovely Sunday. And also thank you for the new subs. I just see that the number went up, so thank you. It doesn't pop up if you don't have the thing enabled for us to see it. So if you do sub, you can always let us know and we'll shout you out. Or if you have it enabled, we'll always shout you out. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. And make
Here
sure...
again, Hamilton's video is close enough to, I think...
Verstappen might get Russell, actually, friend.
That's what I was thinking. He's may be able to make it.
His
But
race
he's
pace...
not going to be able to. He's not going to be able to get to Latifi, because that's 12.
Yeah. No, and that's kind of what I said before, right?
Yeah.
The best that Verstappen can do is 9th
9.
because there's a 12-second gap between 8 and 9. So that
Oh,
is...
Hamilton's going to try to make them. Ooh, Alonso knows he's going to do that same move, and he cuts the line off instantly.
So good. So good. Fantastic driving.
It's really. Oh, it's Gary. How are you doing, Gary? I thought this said Gary Horner for a second, and it says Gary Homer. And
Oh, you like actual Verstappen's...
I just started watching what the hell happened this race.
Oh, man. It has been It has been one heck of a race ever since the start.
Basically, Bottas crashed into the back of Norris, which basically made Perez get hit, and then Stroll crashed into Leclerc, which made both of them go out. And then in the crash that Bottas hit Norris, then hit Max. So then Max is at the end. Max has damage to his car. He's basically been driving with 3/4 of a car. Then we had a red flag restart. Everybody was on wets. Lewis Hamilton did not pit, so he was out there by himself. And then he ended up in the back, Ocon in the front, and then Hamilton still can't get in front. And then they're going to try again on this one, and he still blocks him off. My God. But he's going to be able to try to do it on this one. He's going to go on the outside. He's going to late break. He's going to really late break, but I think he braked too late. He's not going to be able to. He's going to take the inside line. Alonso comes back inside, cuts him off. Alonso's going to be able to hold him off here again. And then we're going to get on this one. He's going to try to go on the inside. Alonso's not going to be able to block him. He pushes him off, and he blocks him again. It's the same thing every time. It's like I've memorized what to say.
Wow.
Driver
nuts. Of the day to Alonso.
Yeah, to Alonso. This is crazy.
This is nuts. Max just got a plays. I feel like Ricardo is slowing him down. How does it look for Russell and Latifi? So Russell is being run down at the moment. Only half a second is the gap between Russell and Verstappen.
And
Latifi
Verstappen's
is safe.
on the mediums because they swapped them.
Yep. Latifi is safe. Verstappen's going to take Russell out, but which means Russell will probably finish 10th, but he will still finish in the points. He just moved over on me. Yeah,
oh my God. Oh, okay, Lewis. Now you're
okay, Lewis. Okay.
You can't complain when you do it to the other guy and knock him out of a race the day before. But like, I guess
6 laps.
Honestly, though, I'll be honest with you. Like, it didn't really look that bad.
No, it's not bad at all. This is hard
really
racing.
Didn't look that bad. I'll be 100% honest with you. What Max did looked worse than what Alonso did earlier in the race.
6 laps to go here for the win, and Ocon
6 laps, yeah.
looks like he might hold on to win the Hungarian Grand Prix here at the way that this is going.
This is a great day for Netflix filming.
Oh, for the series?
Yeah.
What happened in Hungary that day? All right, mark it down. August 1st. Oh my goodness.
A Hamilton on radio again. This is probably not going to be pleasant. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not going to say I take sides, but it's a little interesting to say after last week.
After 2 weeks ago.
It's kind of not. I mean, they're also not going 200 miles an hour on this track around.
No, they're really not.
They're not. They're going.
DRS
I'm not saying
enabled.
that it's not safe. Here they're going to try again, and we all know Alonso's going to hold. Oh, he locked up there. Maybe there's going to be an opportunity here. Alonso's going to be going all the way, and Alonso, yeah, he's going to be able to make the pass. Alonso's going to try and go on the outside. He's not going to be able to do it, and I think Lewis has got him here on that lockup. It took a lockup to be able to do it.
Yep. Oh, goodness. Now it gets even more interesting as Hamilton tries to go and run down the Ferrari of Sainz. The lockup did it, and it's the turn one right front.
Left front. Yep.
Right.
Or the right front every single time.
Every time.
But I mean, now he's got what? 7 laps? I mean, Alonso held him off for like 10.
Yeah, but he's close, man. Super close.
He's 7 seconds to Sainz.
No, he's tenths off.
Oh, he's 10 seconds. My bad. Yeah, I read that
he's
wrong.
He's 2/10 off.
To Vettel.
Yeah, the best he's gonna do is beat Sainz here, but still, that's a podium if he can get it.
I'm not gonna say anything about Sainz's credit, but I don't think he's as elbows out as Alonso is.
Let's see if he can do it. He's going down into turn one again.
Sainz, this is where he's going to try to make the pass here on the second one. He's going to take the outside line. Sainz is holding him. It's going to be next lap where he makes the move, I think.
Yeah. And yeah, this is. Whew.
Everybody in chat saying Carlos hold.
Oh, goodness.
There's a lot of Red Bull or Ferrari fans at least. If you guys want to watch the live pictures and be able to see them, hop in the Discord, subscribe to the YouTube, and you'll be good to go. Last 4 laps this is gonna be. I mean, this is as wild as you probably can get. Pretty much the best place Verstappen can get right now is 9th. The best place Hamilton get is 3rd.
Yes, that is the case. I was looking at. I thought there was somebody in front of Sainz who just did a little. Oh,
Hamilton
Ricardo
just-
is in front of Sainz, who's a lap down.
No, Verstappen's right now in 10th. I'm saying the best one he can get to is 9, basically.
And Stefsy, thank you very much for the sub on YouTube. Much appreciated. Thank you, everybody.
And
Thanks
then
for all the
this is
love
gonna
and
be the
support. It's
move
been
here. Hamilton's
fantastic.
going to try to make it on the move. Carlos is going to try to cover. He's going to cover it on
He's
the
got
inside.
Ricardo in front of him. Oh my!
And then Sainz is not going to be able to hold him on that corner. Hamilton's going to be able to make it. And he's going to stay in 3rd.
Yep, and Hamilton's put himself into podium position in 3rd.
Unless Sainz does a solid for all of the Red Bull fans, doesn't look like it.
Not going to have the pace on the outside unless it's a right-hand turn. But it is, but Hamilton has the pace, and Hamilton shot out a cannon, man. He turned it, put in another gear there on the exit. Woo.
I don't think he's going to be able. Yeah, the best is 3rd.
The best is 3rd, and Hamilton has put himself into that position. Plus, he has the fastest lap, and I think that's where he's going to end the race. And it is going to be a podium for Lewis Hamilton. Verstappen has not been able to catch George Russell, who remains in 9th. Verstappen has 10, who will at least salvage a point. Oh, the Ferrari. Ma che cosa?
Yeah, the problem is Ricardo's in front of them. That's like I've said every single time. That's happened every time. Every time someone gets blue flag there in the straight, the person passing always has the advantage, like every single time.
Yep.
So I don't. It's kind of weird, and you can't really stop that either. It just sort of happens. So I don't necessarily know how you remove that advantage, right? But
yeah, 6 seconds to Vettel, 6.6 seconds to Vettel. There's only 2 laps to go. That's not going to be enough time. So I think we have our grid.
Yeah, I'll be honest though. I think after last week and like I feel like everybody's elbows out a little more.
They were definitely super.
People are.
There was a lot
more aggressive.
A lot of aggressive driving this week. Yeah. But yes, Williams is in the points. Both Williams cars are in the points, and they will finish 8th
That's
and
big time
9th.
for Williams. It's honestly fantastic to be able to see that because they've been working so hard to be able to get that Russell car for all of Saturdays, all the qualifyings. Also Latifi, they work hard. One of the lowest budget teams. It's just a really good and really nice story to be able to see them well. And also credit to Russell and Latifi. They also between both of them, Russell let Latifi pass him because he had the faster car too. So that was fantastic. A lot of get in there, Lewis, in chat here for him coming up in 3rd. It's for how everything ended up. This was a very good, I guess, comeback for Lewis, you could say, after kind of.
Yeah, after
Mercedes
the strategy
kind of completely
miss.
lost it on the strategy portion.
Yeah, after the strategy miss on the restart that put Mercedes into a hole. That was. This is probably the best that they could have done. Sainz is going to end up in 4th unless Alonso tracks him down to the final lap, which would gotta be wild. But yeah, unfortunate days for Norris, unfortunate for Perez, Stroll, Leclerc, Bottas, all of them out. And the title race, Fran, has continued
to get even more interesting.
Although Lewis Hamilton will take 1st place, 15 points for position, 1 extra point for fastest lap, which puts him 8 points clear of Verstappen. Crazy.
Yeah, there's and here
Crazy.
Saying sad for Norris. I have to completely agree. That was completely not Norris's fault. He had absolutely nothing to be able to do. and
Because he had
ended
a
up
great
getting
start.
and he ended up getting in trouble. To my driver of the day is going to go to Esteban Ocon 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Yes, Lewis had to come up from everything, whatever happened, but ultimately have to think that like he also has the fastest car, all that type of stuff, and like they entered their own race, so like there's no necessary way that like Ocon leading the Grand Prix like this the whole way. I gotta give it to Ocon.
He led it for
The dude,
66 laps.
he's led the entire Grand Prix, literally holding off Vettel the entire time. There were multiple times there where Vettel almost passed him as well. Had incredible moves on him, and he was able to hold it off. I'm just, I just hats off to him. To be honest with you, it's really incredible. And also hats off to Vettel as well. I mean, yes, he wasn't able to get into second there, but still.
Yep, he will end in second, and so the finishing order here as we come to the checkered flag, it's going to be Ocon, Vettel, Hamilton, Sainz, Alonso, Gasly, Tsunoda, Latifi, Russell, Verstappen.
Let's think about this for a second. Alonso secures the win for Ocon by holding Lewis off. That's teamwork.
Probably.
That's teamwork right there. You got to give him credit.
Yeah,
if I was Ocon, I'd be buying him a bottle of champagne at the end of this race. 110%.
Yeah, I mean he held him for 5-6 laps, basically. Fantastic.
That's so cool. I think that's his first win ever. Also.
It could be.
Steven there, bad luck for Verstappen. It was bad luck for a lot of the drivers, which really stink. I mean, ultimately, it was bad luck for Leclerc, Perez, Norris. Stroll just decided to T-bone Leclerc, and then Bottas decided to never hit the brakes. But it was an extremely exciting race from start to finish.
65 laps led. Fantastic.
And there's going to be the 2 points for Williams too, as well, which is great to see. The AlphaTauri 6-7 is pretty good finish for them as well. Ocon just beside himself.
What a sort
That's
of
awesome.
Wow, what a wild race, man.
Yeah, his chief engineer, you have just won the Hungarian Grand Prix. It's so cool.
By the way, I think Gasly just stole fastest lap. By the way.
He did.
Okay, so Pierre Gasly stole the fastest lap. Very sneaky. On the final lap.
Because he was on the softs and he had the gap.
Yep.
Oh, interesting. AlphaTauri making moves there. And also here you can see the racing point, and then looks like Schumacher almost. See, there he is. Yeah, they're saying to each other. I mean, Ocon is the man, but also Alonso saved him from any end of race stress.
Yeah.
Should also be buying Alonso a bottle of champagne too.
Because Hamilton had time, but Alonso held Hamilton off for 4 to 5 laps, and which basically meant that Hamilton couldn't take a shot at the leaders there.
Seb, to be honest with you, Seb sounds not that happy. Just genuinely disappointed, to be honest with you, because he totally had the chance. This is pretty cool to see. I've never seen this before. Both cars driving together and thinking. It's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Because Bottas and Hamilton would never do this.
Yeah. Very much a team win for the Alpines.
This is very much a team sport for them, which is really cool. It's just kind of neat. Like,
but both the cars take the victory lap.
You can kind of see that, it's a win for. I mean, a 1-5 for Alpine is crazy. Wow, did
Vettel just stop his car in the middle of the track?
Yeah, I think so. I think they all just stopped.
Wait, did he just find a parking spot in the grass and was like, "This
Russell
good.
Just parked his.
Oh, they ran out of gas.
Oh.
No way.
Wait, that's actually hilarious.
That's actually hilarious. That's wild. Vettel and George Russell run out of gas after the race ends.
Yeah, Alcon's like still driving around the track.
Yeah,
He
he's
doesn't know
not
what to
exactly
do.
sure what to do, and he can't. He doesn't have enough fuel to
And
go
he probably
around.
won't have enough gas to go back around.
So, yeah, he was
Which is
supposed to come into
absolutely
the pit lane,
hilarious.
but didn't quite happen. Lewis Hamilton up to 192. Verstappen gets 1 point.
Yeah, Vettel is like,
No, I don't think they get underweight penalty. I literally think they just like ran out of like it was
yeah,
that
Alcon's
the
literally ran out
margin
of
is like
gas
that
too.
close at the end. And they did some extra laps too. So,
Yes, they technically did extras under yellow.
well,
Or then
but like at
no,
the
the
end
yellows
here, they
count.
went like a
Yeah.
whole nother lap and stuff.
Yeah, he couldn't get his car back either.
He couldn't get his car back to the pit lane.
Yeah, Vettel too. It's just like everybody. This is just kind of hilarious.
What I mean, what a better way for the race to finish. I
It's
mean,
kind of
like
cool.
the,
Yeah, I think it's hilarious.
to top it all off, the two that end up first and second, their cars don't even make it to the actual podium. They have to run to the podium, literally run to the podium.
He's probably so out of breath. Oh yeah, because they don't know where he is.
Yeah. So the teams just went off to the podium and left and they're like their drivers didn't show up.
It's the same thing with Vettel. Honestly, it must stink to run with that helmet, man. It must be so heavy.
Yeah, it's a little heavy. Fantastic. Just a fantastic
Yeah,
overall
overall. I don't know. I
for
will
these
leave the
guys.
pictures up if we don't want to sit here and.
Wow,
commentate
this is such a good race here. Nice to see Ocon get his moment here. Vettel did extremely well. Sainz in fourth is probably the best finish he could have hoped for after the qualifying incident.
And then Hamilton basically did as best as he could with what the hands he was dealt with too.
Yep. But after after those 2 weeks in Austria where Red Bull looked untouchable,
Yeah.
and then to come back after the Silverstone incident, and now there's been 2 races to forget. We're gonna have 3 weeks off here, and then we'll come back.
It's okay. Yeah, such a bizarre race, but it was entertaining to say the least.
Yeah, entertaining for sure. We'll be off for for 4 weeks. We'll be off for
It's all
4
of
weeks.
August. Classic. Europe.
All of August. We'll come back the 29th of August will be Belgium, followed by the Dutch Grand Prix the week after.
Alonso staying around to congratulate, but Lewis probably does not want to be anywhere near him.
Yeah, see the Sky commentator is basically saying that Alonso cost Hamilton the win because of the holdup.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
He saved Vettel and I think he know. I mean, he knows that too. He's like, I got to do as much as I can for my guy up in first. It's the only thing you can do. It's not. I mean, it's honestly really cool when you see like actual teams play as teams.
Yeah.
That's actually really awesome. Yeah, that's so cool. I don't know. I don't know how else to feel. It's like this kid's dream that he grew up like literally wanting to win an F1 race and everything. It's just so neat. He's like, "Oh, I almost got you. I almost passed you." Who's that? I don't know the other driver. All right. Well,
That's an AlphaTauri, I think.
I will leave the Discord up
Or
if you want to be
Williams.
able to watch the pictures and the
trophy.
trophy and all that sort of stuff. But for us, you probably don't want to. Yeah, humor is low when Norris DNFs in chat.
Oh man. All right.
But yeah, we'll leave these up. And this was an awesome race. Thank you for everybody that was hanging out. Thank you for all the subs. Thank you for all of it. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, fantastic, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll be back in 4 weeks. We'll be back for Belgium. We'll see you all bright and early. From then until now, stay in the Discord. We'll keep the conversation running there. Thank you very much for all of us here on this morning. And yeah, have a great rest of your Sunday wherever you are in the world. Stay safe and cheers, everybody.